Big Dookie Chain, what's going on? It's Van Styles. To my left is Tash, Hush behind the cameras. And today we have, Boston's finest.
Man.
I mean, you hold all the answers, all the keys to this city.
Man,
and Massachusetts as a
I'm
whole.
finally on the Big Dookie Chain Podcast, bro.
And we appreciate you being here. It's Benzino, y'all.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
For real, man.
Benzino.
And y'all spot is dope as fuck. The hospitality's dope already, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, man,
you're making us feel at home.
Yeah, well, that's the truth, but that's what it's all about, actually, building relationships. And like, we really appreciate you taking the time to come all the way to Weymouth. We're in Weymouth right now in the studio.
I had an apartment here.
Yeah, in this building?
Not this building, but it wasn't too far from here. Me and Coy's mom, when we had first got together, we had got an apartment, and it was in Weymouth. We was in Stoughton first, or Randolph, and then we moved to Weymouth.
What
I didn't
apartments?
know he was your neighbor.
I don't even remember. I just remember we was there for like maybe 8 months, you know what I'm saying, in an apartment building, and I was in Weymouth. And then from there we went to Easton, from there Hanover, like we kept.
Oh, so you've been all out here. You're familiar with the whole.
Yep.
Which is funny, because I was thinking about that when you were talking about, we were on the phone earlier, you're talking, Weymouth ain't that bad. Mm-hmm. I was thinking that, like, watching your old stuff, there was probably a time in your life like where Weymouth might as well have been fucking Europe.
Well, I mean, you know, I caught a case in Quincy, so you know what I'm saying? I was coming back and forth to court and shit. So, and then I used to always be messing around at the President's Inn. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah.
The Adams Inn, and you know, I used to have my little fun. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Hush is from Quincy, and he's laughing over here now because the Adams.
You know about it.
Yeah,
right?
everyone knows about the Adams Inn.
President's Inn. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
If you're over there, you're doing some shit.
Cathay Pacific was like a
up and downs.
Man, we yeah.
Up and down, upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
pony room.
That was our spot. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily so far out, you know what I mean? But it stopped at Quincy, but it's just that Weymouth is so close to Quincy, you kind of put them both in. You know, Braintree, we'd always go to Braintree for the mall, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I was familiar with this area.
So Van's not from the Boston area, he's from Detroit, but he came to Boston. With Emerson.
Okay.
You were
Emerson,
just there.
WERS is when he came, is what he did.
We had a story.
Yeah.
So
I've been here since 2001.
He doesn't know what you're talking about, though. He's talking about up and downs, and where you're at is the Rotary. The
Rotary.
Where the fuck is that Rotary? The Neponset Rotary.
Yeah,
so up and downs is a place that it was a dive bar, right? But it was open an hour later than everywhere else.
Yeah.
And if you knew them, they closed the door, and it just went on all fucking night.
All night, yeah.
So it was like, and it was kind of the spot for that. Like
it was like the after hour.
Everybody kind of conjugated there. That was all doing nefarious shit.
So in your drinking days, you would say
we
frequented. You could have run into Benzino.
Man, I've been there a few times, and then, you know, I mean, like I said, Boston's not that big, man. Like, come on, like the bean really ain't
Peggy
that
O's
big
and shit. You know,
it's not, you know, really, you know what I'm saying? Quincy is funny because a lot of people now are moved out here. Quincy and Weymouth. And
because it's so expensive.
A lot of people have moved out here now. I was telling Tiger, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, shout out to my man Tiger in the building. You know what I'm saying? My man Big Smoke.
Right.
From Executive Cultivation.
We didn't finish
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just want to I want to also shout out to Albie for making this possible.
Yep.
Absolutely, 100%.
Cheddar Albie.
How do you know Albie?
I've known Albie since Albie was like a kid, bro.
You got the Cheddar DVD right there?
Yeah, that's like since Albie, since he was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, my father knows Albie's father, but even my father's a little older than Albie's father. I'm older than Albie, so I've known Albie when he first was coming up to Malcolm X, and Albie started out selling. Like, I'm so proud of Albie. Like, Albie kind of like, Albie makes you have hope for Boston, because I've seen how he hustled and came up, and Boston's not an easy place to do that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he started out flipping burgers, selling blunts at Malcolm X Park. Back then it was called Washington Park. And then he was selling food, and then he had the treats that he was, you know, so you come over to get a cheeseburger and get a dime sack, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So but just always a great dude, and he always knew, like, never caught up in anything. He always knew the importance of, listen, I want to hustle and get money, so I want to get along with everybody. And Boston is just so, you know, separated with everybody. You know, it's hard growing up in Boston and trying to, you know, to have that, like, attitude where you want to be cool with everybody, because it just doesn't happen.
Well, and this is, to our conversation from earlier, Cheddar DVD, another, you know, media outlet that started in Massachusetts by Albie.
I used to fly Albie to Source Magazine, man, and put them up in hotels. And come on, man, go ahead and you give him carte blanche. You film whatever you want to film. Go ahead, you know, because that's when he transitioned into his Cheddar DVD, and he got his camera. And I used to fly him to the awards and give him backstage passes and let him be press. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm proud of Albie.
That's exactly what he said when we had him in on an episode.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, almost word for word. That
Okay.
You were the guy that started it because you gave him the first bit of access to stuff.
Oh, he
like
said that? Okay,
yeah,
all right,
100%.
Albie, all right.
He spoke very highly of you. Something that, like, I want to get into a bunch of stuff, but something that I've noticed doing my digging and diligence around the city is you definitely have a reputation for a whole bunch of shit. Let's just call that what it is.
Right.
But behind that, what I've seen is a lot of people that know you say you're one of the most, like, giving people. Like, a lot of people, that's come up a lot.
Yeah,
like,
that's dope.
The kind side of Benzino has come up a lot because you don't see that a lot. Like, but when I'm asking people that actually know you,
no, man,
that's what they kind of say.
I was, you know, it just was in me, and I, you know, from a little kid walking in, and I got a couple of friends of mine. I always say my mother, God rest her, you know, gave me my conscience. So I had a big conscience, and I just couldn't, like, walk in a store or be somewhere, and if I had something and they couldn't. So I'd have to make sure that they'd have something. And I was a young, you know what I'm saying? I remember doing that young. And as I grew up, whoever was around me, whatever I had, they had. I always figured, like, you can't, like, first of all, whatever you have, if you're feeling good for having it, if it's enough to share it, it's better that both of y'all have it. It looks better. I'm always like a group guy. You know what I'm saying? If the whole group's shining, then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I also get the feeling from your interviews that you feel more than maybe the average person. Like, you're more empathetic than some.
I don't know, man. I think we all have it in us. You know what I'm saying? I think based on how you was brought up, I think stuff like that has to come from your parents or somebody, grandmother, or it has to come from a figure. Like, that has to be kind of instilled in you at a young age. Like, and that's why it's so important when you have children, these people who have kids, to really put the time in certain ways you raise them and give them certain type of morals and values, because those are the things that's going to, the little things stick with them later. And I just think that with my mother, like, my father was a street guy, street guy. My mother was the one, hard working. She worked at the Prudential for like 30 years. She was at the Skywalk. Like, she was pregnant with me working at the Skywalk, like the very top of Prudential. Like, I was looking over Boston even in their stomach and shit. Like, imagine that. So, you know, she was just a Cape Verdean woman, wasn't into the streets. I always kind of wondered, how did my father and her get together? Because he was so street, and she was so not into that old school Cape Verdean woman. And, man, it was just, you know, I'm pretty sure now, looking at it, and I'm mature enough to understand it, like, all that was instilled, you know, a lot of it, watching my father look out for people. It was my parents that gave me that, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't value much. I was a hustling motherfucker. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was a hustling motherfucker, so I was getting money. And it's like, if you didn't have it, I want you to hang out with me. So when you're hanging out with me, I want you to feel good too. So whatever you want. If I'm going clothing shopping, I'm going to get it for you. If I'm going somewhere, I used to always ask my mother, like, Ma, can they come? Dad, can they come? Dad, can he spend the night? Dad, can he?
Yeah.
I used to be bringing in people like off the streets and just stay. I had so many people living with me at one point, man. My mother, God rest her, man. She'd be like, Raymond. But it was true.
Wait, how many people did you have living with you at
not at one time, but separately, at least 11 different people. I counted them. You know what I'm saying? 11 different guys from the streets that needed somewhere to stay, and others just, you know, street guys that was my guys, and we was hustling, selling drugs, and they would just come over, and my mother would just, you know, she didn't necessarily like it, but I was her only son, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just was this beautiful, she had a beautiful spirit towards me her whole life, and, you know, I miss my mom.
Was she strict or no?
Very well. She was strict, but after my father's not around, there's only so much you could do. She's going to work.
So when did your father step out of the picture?
So my father was like in and out. I just remember, because I grew up in Jamaica Plain. I was born on Mission Hill, grew up in Jamaica Plain, around in the Mission Hill area.
I've lived on Hillside.
Yeah, that's
53 Hillside.
I was born like right. That was my first. You know what I'm saying? City Hospital at the time. It was in '65. Was being demolished, like being done over. It was construction. So I just remembered that from there we moved to Academy Homes, and we lived in Academy Homes, and then from the Academy Homes we moved to Four Corners. Now, Dorchester. So, but we moved to Four Corners early in life. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Boston, I mean, like my father, I just remember him in and out. They didn't get married. I just remember him in and out. He'd be there sometimes for a long period of time, and then he'd be gone. When he was locked up, he did a couple of bids, long ones, you know what I'm saying? Long bids. So, you know, but I would still go see him. My mother would take me to see him. You know, like my dad was like highly involved with, like, you know what I'm saying, like the guys in the North End. You know what I'm saying? And
Mafia stuff? Oh, wow.
Yeah, heavily with those guys. And you know, he used to do his thing in Boston. And
wait, is he part? He's not part Italian or anything?
Well,
like
no,
that.
he's not a part Italian, and you know, of course, he couldn't be made because of that. But they loved my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? The guys that he, you know, like, you know, I'm going to say that, you know, the Angulos, you know, the Patriarchas. These guys love my father. The Patriarchas was in Rhode Island. Okay. All right. Raymond, you know, his father was the mob boss, and then died, and Raymond Jr. took it. The Angulos, you know, was the ones that. So, you know, Whitey had, you know, gave the information on that. Whole movie was about him basically telling on those guys. So, you know, like my dad is just an amazing man, and he, they loved him. I got to meet these guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm young as hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm riding, my father is in town, he'll come get me, spoil me, give me money, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, he's a street guy, then he's gone, you know what I'm saying? So,
but you actually, from an early age, you were raised around these mob figures.
Yeah, like I remember like literally going, I had to be about maybe 11, 12, and taking notes from my father in Danbury, before it was a woman's fed joint, taking notes, folding them up, sticking them in my ass, and then bringing them to Raymond in another fed joint. Going to see him, pulling my man, give him the note would be this big, like doing stuff like that. He would give me jobs from jail. He would introduce me to people. You know what I'm saying? And for a minute, for a long time, you know, I was doing things under him. My mother wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she didn't know. Okay.
Nah, I mean, it would, you know, he made sure and told me, don't let your mother, you know what I'm saying? So, but I did a good job. She didn't want to know.
Right.
She's not stupid, but she's just not with none of that street stuff. But I was careful from bringing that stuff around it. But after a while, it's like
you can't not know. Like
it gets too kind of crazy.
So how did he get indoctrinated into? Well, I mean, he said he's no Italian in his blood.
No Italian, but somehow, some way, he got in with those. And I'm talking like all the John Materano. I mean, all these guys, and even he had a situation with him and Whitey one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him and Whitey. His friend Jimmy was a bank robber. And him and Jimmy went up. There was a bar in Southie, and him and Jimmy went up there. And this is a story he told me. And he said him and Jimmy went in there. I guess Jimmy and Whitey was fucking the same girl, right?
Okay.
So, you know, Jimmy's Irish, but he's a bank robber from Charlestown. So
this is so you know, Boston right now.
Yeah, so he had a broken arm. They went in there, and then something happened where they locked the door behind them. So my father's like, shit, they didn't have no gun or whatever. He said Jimmy immediately bluffed. And he went over to Whitey and said, listen, I'll put one right in his head if you tell him to open that goddamn door or whatever. So they opened the door, they left, and they ran and shit, and they boom, 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 boom. You know, my father had a Buick Riviera, shot up the back of the Buick or whatever. But that was his one story with Whitey Bulger.
Wow, that's quite a story, though.
I've met a couple of guys. I've met a couple of guys. I don't want to mention their names, but these are big Irish guys that was with like the IRA. I used to do dealings with them, and these was major guys. Now these guys was, again, they 50s, 60s, they did Fed time, whatever. These are major guys in Southie, right? But they're not only are they doing, you know, their thing in Boston with drugs or whatever, but they're also the IRA, like running the guns for their So
what it's Irish Republican
Army,
Okay,
and these guys, man, like I'm telling you, like one of their brothers died. I had to go sign the wake for my father in jail, and I went to the wake, an Irish wake, bagpipes everywhere. And I'm sitting there by myself. I couldn't go with nobody else, and I probably was maybe about 15, 16. So they knew me. His brother knew me, you know what I'm saying, Michael, you know what I'm saying? The guy had been killed by his wife, you know what I'm saying? Big Irish guy, you know what I'm saying? But I went, seen his brother, I signed my father's name, said there, you know what I'm saying, gave my, you know, my condolences, you know, but you know, it was the first time I got to see an Irish, you know, it was big, you know what I'm saying, you know, as far as the funeral. But I grew up around that shit my entire life. And it wasn't, back then, it wasn't nothing for me to be like, oh, I'm special. It just was what it was. Whatever he want. I looked up to my father so much because when he come around, He's the flyest dude. He got the flyest cars. All the chicks love him. Like, I mean, my father, he's giving money to everybody.
And did all your friends or
my friends would pull up, he'd give money to them. This lasted all the way until now, where Raekwon, Ghostface, I'm talking just whoever knows me, they all know Schnapps. They all know we call him Schnapps.
Okay.
He didn't want to be called Pops. So we took like the peach schnapps
and
made it
what I was thinking. I was
schnapps.
like, is that it?
Okay. So he's schnapps. Even on Facebook, on Instagram, it says schnapps. So I put schnapps in all kind of videos. He's chilled with Little Kim and Missy at Club Z. I mean,
I've seen him in some of your videos.
I brought him on tour with me. We fought police together with me, him, and my younger brother, Free Porky. All got locked up one time in North Carolina. Like
wow.
crazy, crazy. Like my father,
just like my childhood.
It's such, but it's just such a. He's such a major influence on me. And
is he still?
He's still alive.
Okay.
My mom passed, but he's still alive. He stays out in Taunton. You know, my father got a lot of kids. You know, a lot of baby mothers, a lot of kids. So I got a lot of stepbrothers and sisters whom I love. But he really taught me a lot. He taught streetwise, you know. I'd have to sometimes, I remember he was on the run with the marshals, and I'd have to go pick him up in a hoopty. And then I'm young. I'm 14, 15, barely could drive. So I'm picking him up, and he'd jump in the back seat in my Toyota Corolla, nasty one. Jump in the back seat and just lay down the whole time, and I'm bringing him all through the hood, and he's running in and out doing his thing. Like, my dad is something else.
That reminds me very much of what Prodigy said in an interview I did with him, where he was like, his dad.
They met him.
Okay.
They met Schnapps. Schnapps is in the Wars On video with us and Mobb Deep. So if you ever watch the Wars On at the beginning.
I know.
All right. There's a part with me and my father in the jail. Exactly. There it goes. That's it. Yep.
So what speaking of, right? So obviously street. It's almost like Bronxdale is like the kind of shit you're talking about. Like I
love that movie.
It's almost like that kind of shit. Indoctrinated from the beginning. But hip hop. Like, so what's the transition? So when you start hip hop isn't even like a big thing yet.
Well, I owe that to my father. My father's from Brooklyn.
Okay.
My grandfather's from the Bronx.
So what gets Benzino into
I used to
hip-hop?
I used to get shipped from Boston every summer to either in Coney Island projects to stay with my grandmother. Now, she's Puerto Rican, can't speak no English.
Okay.
Or go stay with my grandfather in the Bronx. So I get shipped back and forth. But the time I was with my grandfather, he had a basement, and he had a son that was only a few years older than me. And his son in the basement had 2 turntables. Now this was like 77, maybe 77 around that time. And the song, To Be Real.
Okay.
He would have Bruce Lee posters all over it. Now, you know the basements, and I had to tell Tiger, I said, the basements ain't like the ones in Atlanta. These basements are like, the walls are like mountains. You know what I'm saying? It's rocks. It's rocks. You know what I'm saying? This isn't finished basement shit. So he had a small house up there. He used to convert the diamonds into needles for record players. So he had all the equipment in like a small garage.
That's dope.
He had the German
this is super hip hop.
He had the German Shepherd named King. You know what I'm saying? So my grandfather, again, this is my father's father.
Yeah.
Hard-working man. Now, he wasn't street, just hard-working man. You know what I'm saying? Man, and I miss my grandfather. And so Eddie taught me how to scratch. And it blew my fucking mind. He had 2 turntables, 2 Gemini turntables with a Gemini mixer, crossfader, and he had 3 songs. It was To Be Real, I think Cheryl Lynn. Then he had
That's huge.
the original Apache. The original by the Amazing Bongo Band.
Yep.
The original one. And then there was another song on that album called Sex. So he was teaching me how to cut and mix on that, and then it just blew me away. I went back to Boston and I got my own set. As time went on, the SP1200s came out. So there was no longer belt driven. They made them turntables for DJs because
you were there for the transition.
Yeah, because look, I'm 59. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to get at.
In the 70s, people don't understand. Like, if they say hip hop is 50 years old, 1973, hip hop was disco. It was transitioning from disco. It really wasn't. Niggas wasn't rapping in 73.
Right.
It was really about the DJ spinning the breaks, and also the Jamaicans that was coming out the same time as disco. They're coming out to the parks with big dresser drawers with 18 subwoofers, doing things with turntables and the mic, and that nobody's done before. See, all that was happening at the same time. You got DJs with disco, up-tempo music, dance music, Now the DJs are scratching it. The same time the Jamaicans are over there using effects on their voice and bringing their shit out to the park. When it transitioned, when Kool Herc, Jamaican, transitioned it, that was when hip hop. Then maybe a year later, people started rapping. Prior to that, it was just MCing. Yes, y'all. Okay, y'all, I see you over there. You know what I'm saying? Big Dookie Chain in the house. We in the. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
Rap came maybe 74, 75. You know what I'm saying? Because King Tim III, there's a song called King Tim III by the Fat Bat Band, who arguably could be the first rap that I've ever heard. That was like in 70. If you pull it up, he rapped before any rapper, before anybody. So and they was an R&B band.
Okay.
They're the band that made Looking for That Good Stuff. I want you to tighten up on that backstroke. They had a song called King Tim III that was on the B side, and there was a rap on it. And that was before everybody. So
It's almost like a Cardi B song.
It's
back then,
right?
right.
Like nobody, nobody paid attention that it was rap.
Yeah.
Tighten up on that backside. Yeah. So he's talking about fucking.
Nobody, exactly. Nobody paid attention. So hip hop bloomed. I loved it. I seen the movie Wild Style a few years later. I fell in love with it, and then by then I'm Rock Shock and Ray Dog. I wasn't Benzino. I was Ray Dog.
No, I remember. I recall. Well, with the this makes me think of what Lord Jamar, the arguments recently about the place that Puerto Ricans had in this culture at the beginning. I was interested in your take.
I'm saying because I'm part Puerto Rican, it's crazy to me that somebody could you can't discredit Puerto Ricans because first of all, let's understand that hip hop came from it. If anybody's seen what the South Bronx looked like in the 70s, in the early 70s, that's some of the most you couldn't even believe that was America almost.
Yeah, that was like an 80 blocks from Tiffany's documentary?
I'm talking burnt out buildings and fucked up. People were living in these places.
Rubble.
What happened was the Jewish people that owned those buildings ended up moving out, and then the property value dropped and everything. And this is how the blacks and a lot of Caribbeans came when they first started coming to New York from the Caribbean. That was there for them. So that's what hip hop was born out of. We got to think about that. That was the most poorest conditions anybody could ever imagine.
Right.
So, Puerto Ricans was right there with black people. They were right there. The breakdancing, definitely the graffiti.
Yeah.
All right. The DJing especially. And then even the rapping. All the big crews. The Funky Floor Plus One, the Fearless Four. They had two Puerto Rican guys in it. All the Crash crew had a Puerto Rican guy in it. All the early crews had a Puerto Rican. Because the Puerto Ricans, they were in the slums with the black people, and that's how it happened. It wasn't the majority could have been black, but the Puerto Ricans was there. And then what disappoints me is that back then nobody even looked at anybody as you're Puerto Rican and I'm black. We just looked at motherfuckers like you're in the hood, I'm in the hood, and we out here together.
Yeah.
Nobody was worried about that color shit and race shit back then. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to put things on it because everybody wants to claim things, but 100% Puerto Ricans had something to do with the beginnings of hip hop. I don't see how anybody could, even try to discredit that.
The beginning of RSO. So eventually, hip hop starting, you're scratching and shit, and then at some point in time, everyone's hearing hip hop, but then you're like, I can do that part of it too, which makes it different than everybody else hearing it, right? So what made you decide to do that, and who was the original members of RSO, and how did that get started?
Great question. So the RSO, I was in Four Corners. I moved from Academy to Four Corners. We got in our first house. It was a two-family, and shout out to the Ronnie Robinsons and Mike and Trav on the first floor, and we on the second floor. We got a house. We got a washer and dryer and shit, moving on. We all right. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, Dorchester, was predominantly, a lot was white and Jewish, but they started kind of moving out. So black people started moving into Dorchester.
What year are we at?
This,
or approximately.
Let me see. 79.
Okay.
Around 79, maybe 79,
Yeah.
80. And you see, Mark and what stayed Irish was the part where Dorchester Ave. So that stayed that. That's where Marky, Donnie, you know what I'm saying?
Mark
so
and
yeah,
so
right.
so
So that stayed like that. It's not like all the white people moved out because that stayed. So that was the connection of black and white people together in that part of Dorchester. And I lived on Tonawanda, which is not even a mile away from Dorchester Ave. So moved out there. By this time, I got a little name for. I joined a couple of record pools. You know what I'm saying? Now the whole time, again, I'm still selling drugs. I hooked up with the Shower Posse that had came in Four Corners and set up shop. I fucked with them for a long period of time. My father got locked up. So no matter what, he started me, but once I got started, if he was gone, I had to go find my own way.
Wait, so your dad started you in the drug game?
Yeah, 100%. Street
so
game, yeah.
So he wanted you in that.
I mean,
Family business,
you know,
man.
yeah, I like that.
It's hard for him to understand that because he's from a different place.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, it's family business.
And I'm saying I'm sure that's how he was thinking.
Well, not even
like,
that.
I could trust my son. You see, if I can't trust, because the drug game is about trust,
right?
Because that will get you killed, and that'll. Of course, you're going to trust what's closest to you, and that's how no father wants to put their son in danger.
If your whole family's roofers, chances are you're going to be a fucking roofer. If your whole family's in fucking the service industry, chances are you're going to be in the service industry. It's just the way it kind of.
But there's so many times we hear that. I didn't want my son to go down the route that I took. And,
nah, he knew. My father knew.
Yeah, when you know what it is, you know what it is.
I was going to be involved with it anyway, so he's like, you might as well be involved with it.
Me. Yeah.
Right. Let me put you on game.
Yeah, because he'll be able to protect me. He'll be able to put me in the right way. He'll be able to, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to, listen, at a young age, my dad had me doing some shit, and I was scared of him, number one, but I respected and loved him and admired him so much that whatever he wanted me to do, I would do it, and not even think that it was dangerous, not even think it was bad, didn't think that I was tough doing it.
You're also a child.
I just did. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
But you're also the only son, right? You have two sisters?
No. He got, there's, remember I got steps.
That's right. You have the whole extended family.
So there's, my steps are out in Taunton. Eddie, Mikey, Ricky, Donna, Denise, they're out in Taunton.
Okay, that's a lot.
So yeah. So my dad was
Ricky, Mike.
my dad was a menace. You know what I'm saying? Like I got steps all over the place. So but I was really the one. I noticed that I was the one that he really wanted, and I was the one like in the streets. And Taunton was different. See, Taunton, Massachusetts wasn't Boston, Roxbury back then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So since I already grew up around it, it was like, look, it almost like in his mind, listen, because he could have took Eddie, Mikey, and Ricky and did the same thing with them, and they would have gladly did it, but they didn't grow up in the same environment as I did. So I was the one. I was the chosen one. You know? So and that's Coyle Ray's grandfather right now. So like they love it, like she loves him to death. Like she always talks about him, and yeah, it's crazy how things.
It is wild.
Founding members of RSO though. Let's get
myself, Four Corners, Ben's Lounge, DJing. I want to get a group together.
Okay.
And around this time, Super Rhymes is out. Super Rhymes. So whenever that came out, this is the timeline. And I remember meeting the Master Kevski. That was he was a basketball player. He was tall as hell. Rest in peace to Kev. And MC Knox. And I had this saying, rock shit on. The almighty rock shit on crew. Because I come from that era of the Crash Crew and all those New York groups. I wanted, we need to get a group. So, and Eddie had a crew. They was called Three the Hard Way. You know what I'm saying? My uncle. So, I wanted a group. And I was going to be the DJ, and I started, I wrote a rhyme. My first rhyme was like this long rhyme about an alien coming down, but I was mimicking the Super Rhymes. If you listen to Super Rhymes.
Do you remember any of that rhyme?
I don't remember it, but I just remember I mimicked. I remember Super Rhymes doing. That's what motivated me to do it. But that was my one go-to rhyme.
Hip hop was like storytelling and shit back then.
It was about story. Yeah, I was talking about a fucking alien that came down and got with some bitches, and it was crazy.
In the rest of your music career, did you ever rap about aliens again?
That was it.
Aliens coming down and fucking some bitches though.
One time, but only because Super Rhymes. If you listen to Super Rhymes, you gotta listen to it. It's no hook, no nothing.
Yeah,
it's one.
I know what you're talking about.
And that's what he's talking about. So. I had that one go-to rhyme that at block parties I would say it, and I killed it. You know what I'm saying? So I was about 48. I had to be about 248 bars all in one. It was a long-ass rap. So we ended up doing a show up in Ben's Lounge in Four Corners, where I was the DJ and they was rappers, and the RSO was born. Now, back then, everything was about battling. We was battling. We got a battle. We battling. So Derek Corchell was like the OG of Four Corners. William Goforth, him and his brothers were like the OGs of Castlegate. These are two blocks that had gangs in them growing up. Rough blocks. I grew up in Four Corners. Jeff grew up in Castlegate. DJ 2 times. Def Jeff back then was from the PC crew. His name was DJ Smalls. Okay. Jeff's name transferred 2 times. It was Smalls first of the PC crew. And William Goforth and Derek Culture would always argue about us. And then one time we battled. Now, they had a bunch of motherfuckers. They had Orange Man. Orange Man's been locked up almost 30 years now. One of the greatest rappers ever known.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, I've heard about him.
One of the greatest. I just talked to him. He still got it. Oh, my God, he still got it, man. Man, free Mr. G.
Well, is he getting out?
You know what? The people are advocating, and he's looking like, he might have some, we'll see. I hope so, I hope so, but he's doing good up there. And when I spoke to him, he sounded the same as when I spoke to him. When I see him, I didn't see him 30-something years, almost 30 years, maybe close to 30 years. So it was him, and there was a couple other guys, Tony Rome, and a few other guys they had, and we had, and then we ended up battling. Now I'm a DJ, Jeff's a DJ. Now I used to take, remember Run DMC's, boom, suck MCs? I would take the kick.
No.
All right.
You're fired from the Big Dookie
Not
Chain.
really for the people watching, because there's going to be a lot who don't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So the front kick and the snare, I was a turn knob. Even though I learned on this, I was only good with these hands. I couldn't do it with these hands, and that's why. But I was nasty with these. I could what. But then there was this one thing where Kev would start rapping, and I would take the beat and go doom, do that, doom, doom, do that. Jam Master J had did it. Doom, do that, doom, doom, do that.
So this is the beginning of you as a producer.
As really kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So, but Jeff won,
Okay.
and then we just ended up combining groups. He liked the RSO name better. He changed his name to Def Jeff, and we was the Almighty RSO.
So check this out. So I went to high school down the street. I actually went to about a half a mile away. I went to junior high school. We're talking about 93, 94.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you earlier about my first Boogie Down Productions tape in 19 when it came out. I'm 6, 7 years old buying it out of from behind the fucking glass at Sam Goody's.
That's dope.
Shit.
That's dope.
So I've been around forever. Jack of Spades got me started.
Right. Jack
of Spades, and then fucking Self Destruction. It just set me off.
It was
KRS,
literally
come
your
on.
blueprint.
KRS.
It was literally.
Come on.
And but I'm at the time, I'm a young white kid in the suburbs, so that's why I want to paint the picture for you. So I'm getting on the bus, and I stayed at an older kid's house. Is how I found out about fucking I'm gonna get you sucker and shit like that. I watched that, which was like, what the fuck is this shit? Blah 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 blah.
The Wayans brothers.
All that shit.
Yes.
So now, fast forward a year, I'm on the school bus. All right, I'm listening to Back the Fuck Up is huge, and Revenge of the Bad Boys.
Damn.
So at this point in time, right, there was only maybe 50 tapes out in hip hop. It's so new in hip hop. You go to the Sam Goody section, there's only
right.
so many.
I didn't even think of that.
And I had all of them. I had every one. Because there was
Every
a time you would
Tuesday,
go
get the new release.
every
Get the
Tuesday
new
you would go
release.
there, and whatever they had, you would get it. And at this time, I'm actually going to Funky Fresh. I'm
Rusty.
I'm 13 years old from here, getting on 3 buses, going to Funky Fresh, getting the fucking mixtapes
Wow.
and shit, stuff like
Wow.
that. High voltage downtown.
Of course.
Getting my pages taken
Right.
care of, all that shit. I'm out here.
That's dope.
All right, which is I want to get to you. So
anyone in the comments saying you're faking the funk.
Nah,
took 3 buses.
I can co-sign the shit that he's saying. That's
I'm
what it
hip-hop.
was.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here now. It's dope to me is I'm sitting here as a 43-year-old man now. But at the time, I thought RSO was cool to me because y'all represent Boston. And no one had represented, there was no one out representing Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I really
Well, Edo G.
But Edo G, I wasn't as familiar with him. I saw Downtown Boston on your cover.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, these guys. And you guys had,
That's a
another
good
thing
point.
was,
That's a good point.
you guys had the Bruins logo.
Bruins, that was our shit.
So, but now I was talking to Fredro about this. Slam was something that me liking hip hop music, people called me a wigger, but slam was something that white dudes liked. So I was like, look, hip hop is brand new at the time, right?
Slam was really one of the first songs that was geared towards that
kind of shit, right?
Yes.
But you guys also with the hockey jerseys
Really?
was one of those things because white people fuck with hockey. I don't fuck with hockey.
I never thought of that.
But me being on the school bus and shit, that was something yo, these dudes fuck with the Bruins.
Yeah.
And
That's all we wore.
And that would get people to fuck with you. I remember the shit back in the fucking day. So I was trying to get him into so back in the day, that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? This he had Antonio Saldi was down with the crew.
Yeah.
Just Stop Snitching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That whole movement, people don't know about that. But then you
So
get
Stop Snitching started in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Like there was Marco. I call him E. It's Antonio, but he was E joined the group. Maybe a couple. After we had formed the group was Tony Rome, Orange Man, myself, Def Jeff, and the Master Kevski. That was the original members. And then I remember G had got locked up. Tony got locked up for a couple of years and came back. Rest in peace to Tony John and Rock. Rock had got killed. Rock was the youngest member, but he had got killed. So 2 of our members had got killed. But the original ended up, Marco came over, he was with the Body Rock crew with Big Chuck. He came over with us. And then ultimately the rest of the time was the rappers was me, Marco, Kev, and Jeff. And Tony Rome when he came back out. So, it was always in and out because of a guy went to jail or somebody got killed and we had to replace.
That's another thing that so I was trying to hit him to, let's just be honest about it. You've been in the game for so long that some people that come in a little later might have missed the RSO heyday and the importance of what that was to it. And they might only know you from stuff later on in hip hop, which isn't as strong as foundationally as that is.
Right.
So I was trying to show him the kind of shit that, now, once again, I'm a 13-year-old white dude on the fucking bus going to junior high school out in Weymouth, and you guys reached out here.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a mind fuck to think about that. Because at the time, I imagine you're a drug dealer and you're fucking going wild up there.
Wildin'.
And the last thing you're thinking about is that.
That's dope, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I did not know.
And now full circle, I'm sitting here talking about it.
It's crazy.
So I get to be like, yo, that CD, because I want to ask. Now, I remember One in the Chamber.
Crazy.
One in the Chamber was crazy. So I was
That's what started all the controversy.
This is why I want to get, so this is what I kind of want to get into, because people don't really understand what actually that shit was all about.
Okay.
So you basically had a war with the Boston police.
Well, it started out it was
but One in the Chamber, right? Can you, I told him to listen to it and he didn't.
all right.
No, I've heard One in the Chamber. I even have the 12-inch.
No,
my bad.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
That whole album.
Well, the whole thing was.
Can you explain to people what they might not know about this?
So One in the Chamber was first we had produced it. We used, I want to go into the production of it, Mysterious Vibes by the Blackbirds, and myself, Jeff 2 times, and rest in peace to JB, the Hangman 3. We produced the track. So we use substitution beat. I mean, I love production. But anyways, the song was about.
I could tell you recollect all these songs.
I love
names
the production and shit,
the years.
man. Because sampling and shit. We actually.
I want to get into your production too. I don't think people know that you're.
We
actually
actually broke into ERS and took 2,000 albums. You know what I'm saying? But
Really?
that's a different story.
What? Yeah.
Can you tell us that story?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we used to.
That's what the
We had broken to ERS because they had a whole.
Are you already Almighty RSO at this point?
Yeah, we're RSO.
You already Benzino with your videos
not
out and shit?
Benzino, still Ray Dog.
But you got videos out, records
Yeah,
out?
people know me. Yeah,
People
hell
know
yeah.
you and
Yeah. So, but we knew but we were samplers. We knew we needed them albums. We used to go to people. We used to have a little service where we would come clean out your basement if we could keep the albums.
Okay.
We was album collectors. We ended up.
Just
Shit,
like this guy.
I'm an addict.
10, 11,000. We ended up, but we tried to break into Harvard. We couldn't, you know what I'm saying? But we broke into ERS and we took about maybe 1,000, 1,500 albums from the thing. Yeah. Because it was
Did you break in at night?
No,
or
because
was it inside
of
job?
course. You know what I'm saying? One of the guys there that had the keys and he was like a security and shit. Super cool. Gave him a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we went and got the bins, the laundry bins. We filled them shits up. And we had a van, and then we got them shits up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
You are. Some people view you as a villain in hip hop. You were a bit of a villain in hip hop.
No, I was. Yeah, no. I'm gonna be honest. Look, back then, we was wild as fuck, and we was being turned. ERS had a lot to do with Boston's what they listened to. I'm gonna be honest, because WILD was a fucking AM station that played R&B and it went off the air at 6 o'clock when the sun went down.
Right.
When the sun goes down, so in the winter, it's going off at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
When the sun goes down, the antenna can't pick up. No, that's what Boston had for their fucking radio all them years.
Okay, because I wasn't here until 2001.
Yo, bro. So you got to understand, ERS was the station. Y'all's antenna was kind of bigger than everybody else's. Y'all's reach was a little bigger.
That's what she said.
Because shout out to Rusty and everybody down at WRBB at Northeastern, because they had a very small antenna. So if you lived down by Northeastern, you could hear them. But ERS, you could hear in the city. You could hear in the city.
ERS goes
You can get in New Hampshire.
Bro. So they was responsible for what we listened to. And I say that because at that time, only New York is popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're listening to shit everywhere because of ERS.
I tell people
because some guys are from LA. It's because everybody at ERS would have 2-3 hours on the radio as y'all station, and these guys would be from everywhere, and they're playing everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already a DJ, but that's how Boston necessarily, even though we're on the East Coast, we started really getting influences from the West and even in Ghetto Boys more than New York at the time.
Well, I definitely hear like Ghetto Boys influences on that first Almighty RSO album.
Yes.
I want to get to that, the rap a lot shit, but I don't want to get off one of the chamber.
ERS is responsible for that.
Well, no, because I just want to, because the BPPA like really went hard at you. Right. Like it was like a thing, and I kind of want to talk about that. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the chamber. What happened?
One of the chamber. I'm sorry. One of the so many stories.
Yeah. We'll get to them.
All right. One of the chamber. We was at that time cops. Okay, Massachusetts was the #1 state for stolen vehicles.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right.
I lived in Connecticut
Numero
back
uno.
then. That's how
I
we
was
knew
trying to tell them too. We're talking like 100, 120 murders a year type shit.
Well, the 120 murders within a 20-mile radius.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they wasn't all. Most of them were the hood and black, but some of them was Southie and what they was doing over there is like
mob
Southie.
ties.
Yeah, Southie was It's, so
what's one of the chamber about?
Police coming in the hood killing. There was laws that if you stole a car, the police could chase you and shoot at you.
Oh.
And they was killing motherfuckers left and right. Rest in peace to Julian. Rest in peace to man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, could you imagine today? That's like,
bro, you don't understand. Like there was so many. This one kid named Christopher Rogers, 17 years old, got shot under the car and killed him. The police got over on it. Nathaniel Lackland, Jamaica Plain Projects, found dead with 2 in the back of the head by police. Nothing happened. This shit used to happen so much. Did y'all see the 5th trial with Mulligan?
No.
All right, you got to go see this. It's about Boston. It's called the 5th trial. My man Stutter, the shit happened to him. But when Mulligan, the Mulligans were a family of police cops that was bad for the hood. And they used to go, this one particular one, he got killed, but he was a menace. There's called the 4th trial. And it's on HBO. You got to watch it.
Okay.
And it's about Mulligan and everything. So, you got to understand, back then, it was only Irish police chasing us and shooting at us and fucking us up. Like, it wasn't no black police when I came up. The first time I ever got caught with drugs were black police. There was 2 young guys. And because I never got caught. They used to chase me, Mulligan, Curly Top.
The white police
Curly Top
catch
was
you.
a white guy. They used to drive one of those... What's the car of the Miami Vice? What's that car?
Oh, it's not the Corolla.
What the fuck was that?
Corvette or something.
Was that a
Ferrari, Corvette?
It wasn't a Ferrari. It was an American car. It was an American.
But he had like a sports car.
All right, that's what Curly Top had. Curly Top was a white guy with an afro, and he used to cause havoc and by himself. Didn't have nobody with him, and used to cause. And Mulligan used to do the same thing. Mulligan had like wooden teeth. Joe Mulligan, and he got killed. He got shot in the head. Long story short, the police were going crazy in Boston.
They were on power tripping.
You remember what happened with the Stewarts?
Yeah,
with Charles Stewart. That had them turn. They was stripping guys butt naked with stop and frisk when that happened. When they thought that a black dude killed them.
So was it just mad racist back then? Period?
Not just racist. All right.
Yeah.
Look. It's not like the Irish just hated black people. They didn't like Italian people. So it's not like it was just against. I learned that later on.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own clan. When they're coming over from these places, people stuck together. Like, it's not like I can't respect that. It's not like, but the thing was, the Irish did stick together. The Italians did stick together. The blacks, we didn't. And that's why it was kind of different. In the hood, Roxbury, Dorchester, we're not sticking together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the work is coming from them, from the Irish and the Italian.
Yeah.
So that's how you're getting I'm getting a relationship with these guys. I would have thought that all white, living in Boston, you would think that in those era that all white people were bad. If it wasn't for the fact of my father having me with the guys, then I would have thought that coming up, because every.
Again, this is your father having you around the mob guys who are Italian,
Irish,
okay.
Jewish, couple of Colombian guys. I'm meeting all kinds
And
of
this
guys.
was from your
father.
adolescence.
This is from my adolescence.
Yeah.
So now that's because these guys I ended up like they loved me and I loved them. And then I looked up to them.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, I started understanding what the fuck they was doing. And I really was like, then I'm starting I wish a motherfucker would fuck with me. That type shit because they loved me.
In the company of killers.
Yeah, but I never let anybody know about that. Even my guys in the streets, I kept that. They knew my father. They understood my father. But my involvement with him and his guys, I kept separate. You know what I'm saying? I had to. You know what I mean? Because these people, you can't fuck around with these people.
You were really in the life of crime from all angles here.
From my whole life, and I'm blessed to thank God for hip hop, and thank God I'm still here because all my money that I made went into hip hop and went into buying shit for the group and went into traveling and cars and just trying to build. I just wanted to be a fucking rapper, man. I gave block parties. One in the chamber. So it was about police killing these guys. We rapped about it, and then we got sued. Ice-T came out with Cop
Because this is probably the first time that you've been blackballed through this industry.
We got signed with Tommy Boy.
Well, I was going to say
that was big.
It wasn't easy. You about to sign you around this time?
He was about to sign us after that. That
was
after,
Records?
to our first record deal. We got signed to Rap a Lot before Easy, but let me.
Okay.
So
There's so much.
so the thing with One in the Chamber was we was getting ready to do a video for it. We're starting getting radio play. Tommy Boy's an independent label at the time.
Yeah.
They had Naughty by Nature.
Because you had Hellbound was out.
Hellbound, Queen Latifah, but One in the Chamber was the one that they signed. That was a single deal.
Yeah.
$5,000. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. So
But still, it was 5,000 back then.
No, right,
Yeah.
right. So and it was our first deal. We're signed.
Yeah, but
to
if
a
you're
new,
doing like
and
deals, the fuck is 5,000.
We're signed to a New York label, and it's dope, even though it's a single deal. But they're about to do a video. They're getting radio play. We went on a tour, the little tour. I bought one of them Chinooks. It's like a small fucking camper, and we, you know what I'm saying. I did all the driving. I mean, I've drove all around the country and back so many times. And, I just remember we got dropped from the label, and we knew about it through the Boston Herald, the front page.
That's how you found out that you were dropped from your label.
Yeah, because they wasn't answering the phone for the next 2 weeks.
Remember what the headline was?
Yeah.
Boston police sues Boston rap group. And it had a picture of the police commissioner.
This is like the police union.
The leader of the union.
Yeah,
the leader of the
This is
union.
the problem.
Yeah.
It's a fucking problem.
Yeah,
like,
the leader, because they're saying that one chamber means that we're saying kill cops.
kill cops. And now everywhere
saying?
you go,
Right.
all the police are already on alert that fuck you.
Right.
Did you actually have a target on your back? Like police knew you had done this song?
Over the years.
Okay.
Over the years, because
But was any of it because of that song?
that's what started.
Okay,
Like
that
you
was.
said, once you're in the Boston Globe and Herald, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And they just kept.
And at this point in time,
Everything
there's
was
only
bad.
fucking 30 rap groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's not like
There's not a lot
and
of
hip hop's
people,
still a
man.
fad.
You're right.
Like white people are terrified of it. Like they're not. It hasn't hit
this
mainstream
time,
yet.
he's right.
No one's
right.
no one's speaking like any kind
right.
of slang yet.
There's
Not
no
in the mainstream.
advertising.
Nothing. It's
Yeah,
like
there's
cannabis
no
is
internet.
now.
Right.
It's like cannabis is now. It's still like off limits. It's not even legal in 30 states.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
That kind of shit.
that's reminding me. I have a Dookie chain. We haven't Dookie chained you yet.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Fucking-
I'm fucking ready. You know how many of these I've had in my life?
I forgot this.
Oh,
I
man,
feel so
come on,
guilty.
man. This is big.
Oh, actually, I don't know. You might have to take the headphones off.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you know what's so crazy? You're going to make me fuck around and go get one. I look good in this right here. Yeah, I look good in this motherfucker. I used to have one. I got mine from Canal Street. We used to have to go to Canal Street.
In
and
New
get 'em.
York, yep.
Yeah. See, Run DMC was such a big influence on us, man. They changed my life. I've wore Adidas for 44 years straight. With never ever had a pair of Nikes in my life.
Oh, wow.
It's that Boston thing.
They should be paying you.
44 years straight. 44 fucking years straight, Adidas, baby. This is big. I feel, I look good with it too.
You do.
I gotta
Yeah,
get
so
one.
you had you were in
Course.
Canal Street, so you had a
Course.
fake Dookie chain, but you also had a real Dookie chain. You had a real one.
It was real. It was
From
real.
Canal
No,
Street,
Canal,
okay.
because you could only get them from Canal.
Okay.
But look I had a rail with that with the microphone. So we used to rob niggas for their jewelry and then take them down to this Russian guy downtown, David and Lillian, in the jewelry building and have him melt everything. So I had him melt a big microphone. It weighed 1.5 pounds of gold with a on-off switch and the netting in the mic, and I used to wear it for my fucking chain, man.
You guys are like pirates.
That was
stealing the gold.
At this point in time, too, so like you transitioned from that first, like right when that one of the chain.
Hold on, guys. This is my girl. I just want y'all to say hi to her so I don't get in trouble. Okay, because if she knows I'm on the podcast and everything's cool.
How you doing?
Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. And where's she at? We're gonna get married soon. I've never been married. Anybody married?
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm gonna get married. Hey, babe, I'm still doing the podcast. They want to say hi to you.
What's going on?
Hello.
Thanks for letting us take
Borrow
a couple
him.
hours there.
All right, Mama, it's gonna be about another hour, and I'm gonna call you back.
Why you got that chain on, big?
Oh yeah, because it's, yo, hold on. The name of the podcast is the Big Dookie Chain Podcast. So they just put it on me. See, this is
You called right when the Dookie Chain went on.
See?
We just had the knighting.
See, like they just put it on me. So this is what they do to all their guests. Babe, I used to have one. I look good in it, right? I'm gonna call you back. I love you. I'll call you back.
What did the Dookie Chain mean to you at that time? Like,
Man,
because they stood for something.
A fucking
yeah.
king. You are the fuck. Like that shit made me feel like, I guess how any Marvel character would feel when they got their powers.
Yeah.
Because man,
Because we try to explain it to like us
can't.
Younger
youngsters
people,
today
they don't-
what
man,
this
they don't
Dookie
get
Chain
it.
is.
man, you really
The significance.
It really was. If it was power, because if everybody you seen who was your fucking idols had the Dookie Chain on.
It just makes
In
me
the
think
drug
of Bismarck,
game
like
and the
Biz
rap
Markie.
game.
Like you think of like that's just fucking hip hop.
Well, with me,
This
it
is
was Run
hip-hop as it
DMC.
gets.
It was even before them because I'm
Kane,
older.
Rakim,
Kane,
all of them do.
That's right.
But Bismarck,
Slick
is like,
Rick.
So we always ask,
Right.
who was the most hip hop? People always say top hip hop record, right? Fuck that. Who was the most hip hop person
To me back then,
at all? Period. In hip hop, the whole society.
that's gonna be hard.
Who's the hip hop? Who's
All right, well, you know what? Then fuck it. I'm the most hip hop. I'm going to say some politically correct shit.
say it?
The most
Some people say
politically-
KRS-One.
The most politically correct. You know what? I'm going to have to go between Fab Five Freddy and
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dougie Fresh.
That's a good. Those are both good ones.
Right.
No one said Fab Five Freddy. Yeah, Fab Five Freddy's a really good one. I like that
Fab
one.
Five Freddy was there from the inception, and he carried it.
Yeah.
He carried the torch.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one. And actually, that's a good fucking parlay because at this point in time, like after one of the Chamber hits, you guys get in a little bit of trouble. But then like the next album comes, right? The Hellbound album comes. Like that album seemed like it had more production behind it, had more like
We were signed to rap a lot.
that. Okay, so that's what I'm. So you go that direction.
You got dropped by Tommy Boy though. Just
We got dropped by Tommy Boy.
okay. You
And then
put out the 12-inch. You put out a record.
We finally got to see Tom Silverman at Jack the Rapper coming down the escalator, and he was trying to turn
he was the
around.
owner of Tommy Boy.
He was trying to turn around and run away from us. And this is a true story.
Yeah.
I swear to God. As he's coming down, he's nervous as hell because we're deep at Jack the Rapper, and he was like, he's trying to explain, and he's stuttering and shit. Like
This is how many years later?
maybe a year.
Okay, so this is almost in the
Maybe
midst of it.
it's still in the mix. Like, and we're like, bro, you didn't even answer the fucking phone, and you didn't call Dave,
Right.
Because Dave was fucking with us. You know,
Dave Mays,
He had
yeah.
just moved to New York with the Source.
I want to get to that.
So
too,
at the same time, Dave Prince is walking down the hallway with about 15 guys. And Tom says, yo, do you know Jay Prince? And I was like, oh shit. Like he was, man, like God helped him. Not saying that we was gonna rough him up.
Yeah.
But I can't speak for everybody because motherfuckers was mad at this dude.
Right.
But because the respect was like, bro, like you couldn't fucking call us and tell us that you dropped us. And he started talking about, no, but Warner Brothers just took us over and we're not independent no more.
You can still pick up the phone.
But there goes Jay
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And then he introduced us and he explained Jay.
he was like, look that way, and he just.
no, almost
100%.
Listen. No, but
It's like a cartoon.
No, but he stood there and explained the whole situation with the police and everything. But he said Jay's into the controversy.
Yeah.
Then he got the fuck out of there. Once me and Jay started talking, Tom
like,
was gone. He was out.
Yeah.
He was in the wind. Yeah. So Jay was like, yeah, man, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna check you guys out, man. You know what I'm saying.
And Jay Prince, people knew who he was
That's
as
my-
an
listen.
infamous character as well as him being the head
Jay
of
Prince,
Rap-A-Lot, right?
What people don't understand, right, and it frustrates me to see people with it, but I understand it's the internet, like the disrespect and the evilness from the internet. Jay Prince really is, and I say black man, like Jay Prince raised his sons. Jay Prince employed hundreds of people in Texas. Jay Prince gave away and helped hundreds, maybe 1,000 or more people in Texas. This is at a time when you're going independent. Do you know how hard it is to sell independent and make it work?
Right.
He was one of the first to make it work. I always respected Jay. When I went down there, I moved down there. We moved to Texas when we got signed there. And we got to work with all the people that produced for the Ghetto Boys. Obito,
That
everybody.
makes sense now because the videos, you're out in the fucking desert.
Crazy
And I'm wondering why you're in the
yes.
desert. So the Hellbound video,
Yes.
you're wearing an eye patch.
Yeah.
Why?
Because my eye had I always I'm wearing contacts.
Well, you
now.
have he's a pirate. Man melted down gold and turned it into
but
a
my
mic.
eye, no, but I wear contacts. I wear contacts now, and like sometimes, like you know, what I'm saying I have like character conus. So it's like sometimes your eye, and so about a week prior to that, I had to go to the hospital. Like I was trying to take it off, and my eye was like I had to wear this like Vaseline type shit in my eye. And it was fucked up.
It was just,
But it was
you
dope.
You never see that like in the video. I'm going back to a video, so I'm like, this motherfucker was wearing an eye
I wore it
patch.
one more time in the video. It happened again. Is the video I did out in Augusta, and it happened. I had to go run and go get a fucking eye patch.
Were you trying to do like a Nelly thing? Get the
I
Band-Aid?
know. I'm like, this is way.
No, because my eye was really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And we went out to Red Rock, Arizona.
Colorado?
Arizona.
There's the one in Arizona too?
Yeah, it's Arizona, Red Rock, Arizona.
The leather's in the video.
Yeah. Antonio Anasaldi.
I know, but who? So ever since a teenager, I've wanted to ask you that. Like, whose idea was it to rock leather in the desert?
We was so
This is when leather's hot. The Grandmaster Flash.
They
rocking
have, bro. They have
leather.
full
That's
length
right.
leather, like the head, like dope.
You heard
like
what he said?
hoodies,
Grandmaster Flash rock.
Oh yeah.
but
He had
they're-
the leather outfit.
But they're like in Monument Valley, like walking over like mesas and shit.
Gurky's outside.
Like,
Gurk's outside. My man Gurk's outside. So, but wait a minute. He's right though, and it's good, man. I'm loving this conversation because. So if we did a song made men called Deja Vu at Master P in Death Valley. It was 130 degrees in there, right? And again, we got leather.
That's what I'm talking about.
No. The first one was the first time we've ever had when Marco did it. That was You'll Never Know. That was the RSO.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, not Hellbound.
But I'm just saying he's sharp because later on we did it again, but it was even hotter in Death Valley. Now over there, that might have been 90 degrees, right? It was 130. One of the members, David Myers, did the video. He was the one that was doing all the Big Missy videos, right?
Yep.
We gave him $500,000 for this video. It was our money. The label wasn't doing it.
Not from Rap
Made
a Lot.
Men.
This is from
This is
you
Made
guys.
Men.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like we always wore the leather shit.
And who were the members of Made Men?
Made Men was me, Marco, E. Devious, Antonio Anasaldi, a.k.a.
Jesus.
2 times, and
Yep.
Mr. Jesus.
Yeah.
Mr. Jesus was with the Wiseguys. And he was so dope. Mr. Jesus wanted, I want to say this right now on the Big Dookie Chain Podcast. Mr. Jesus is one of the dopest guys to ever touch a mic in the city of Boston. Never mind, I'm saying everywhere, but since we here in Boston, we talk in Boston, one of the dopest, if not the dopest to ever touch the mic in Boston. I want to say that, and I know everybody.
Go do your
who
homework.
raps.
Yeah, go do your
I know
homework.
everybody who raps.
Yeah.
And rap, even the new guys. There is nobody that I will put above. And Edo G is my guy, and Edo G is up there too on my Mount Rushmore of Boston. But Mr. Jesus,
we were gonna ask.
Mr. Jesus is number one.
Okay.
Dart Adams put
is-
you at number 1.
Yeah.
Dart.
He
Put
put
you
you
at
in
number
no, He gave you the number 1 spot.
Dart.
And he didn't know you were coming. Yeah.
No.
we had
Dart
no idea you were coming in here.
No,
Dart hates me.
So Dart Adams, this is
Dart
He
fucking
gave you the
hates me.
number 1. He said he hates doing Mount
Dart-
Rushmores,
Dart
but he has to
Adams
put you at the
said-
top.
Edo,
Damn, Dart,
number 4
good
was
looking,
Edo
bro.
G, the Bulldog TDS Mob.
TDS Mob.
Number 3 was Posse, NFX, FTI Crew, and 3 Def
FTI
Notes.
Crew.
Number 2 was Gangstar and GSP. And number
Rest
1
in
was
peace,
Almighty
Keith.
RSO Made Men.
Man, that's all right.
That's Dart Adams, man.
And you know what?
And
Shout
Dart
out to-
Adams got that official.
I want to shout out to Dart because Dart has put the work in for Boston hip hop. Anybody who has passion, sometimes we've disagreed on a few things, mostly the Eminem shit situation. But
We'll get to
you know
it.
what I'm saying. But right, but I know, I know. It's only the 17,000th time we're going to talk
no
about
one's
it.
ever asked you about
But
Eminem.
59 years old, I
you
will
know
be
what?
talking about Eminem
You know
until
what?
I'm 79.
I have
Trust me.
I have a feeling it's going to be a different conversation.
No,
About
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to approach it from a different angle.
It is different because I've changed. Honestly,
No,
like
I want to have a hip hop conversation.
Yeah, we're not
That's
there
what
yet.
I
We're
want.
still in, I'm like in the grips of this.
Yeah, I
So
want
far-
to. I want to get you the Doomsday.
Andy's
Album.
from Detroit. Andy's from
Right,
Detroit.
I know.
Right,
This
but
is
like
Michigan meets Boston.
We haven't
here.
even gotten to like. I still want to get to like. So At this point in time, your videos start to look like fucking hypnotized. You got helicopters, Kawasaki Ninjas, Ferraris, fucking jumping off
right,
fucking
and it's all
buildings.
self-funded.
Who the fuck is like?
Too.
Come on, I was
Dave Myers. He's
Well,
one of the best directors of all
we gave
time.
him $500,000. It was the first one to get a
Like,
big
who was
budget.
paying? Yeah, because
Right, they were paying.
Me?
So you were
Yeah,
making good
me.
money as a drug dealer.
Yeah, I was.
that's what I'm saying. Because like it didn't. You're doing like the hypnotized video. Before the hypnotized video was a thing. Like, I don't think people know that. I'm
He's
watching
doing-
it. I'm like,
Good looking,
is
man.
this guy
That's
jumping out
love,
of a
bro.
fucking helicopter
No,
right
that's
now?
love. Like,
Jumps out of a
he was-
helicopter onto a motorcycle,
shit.
drives a motorcycle off a fucking building.
Yeah,
gets
he's
to the
doing
bottom,
California Love
jumps
before
in one of, like, the
California Love.
MPV vans, jumps in an MPV van, takes through the streets. I'm like, this is fucking
Yeah,
hypnotized.
he was doing the Mad Max stuff.
But
He
what
was-
it is, you could tell it's like on a different camera because it's older.
16
and shit. Yeah, you
millimeter.
could tell. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. This guy shot. I forgot his name. 2 times. We should have brought Jeff up here with me.
We can sometime,
because
man. Yeah.
when I come back, we got to bring Jeff because
I
Jeff.
would love
back.
to have a
Jeff will
conversation with
remember.
him,
That's my
too.
DJ. Jeff will remember because I've smoked so much, but he'll remember all the other shit. But it's crazy he said that because yeah, man, like it was a guy on Newberry Street that they was only shooting commercials, right? And he had a 16 millimeter camera. White guy, Irish, good guy, young guy, but he never shot hip hop videos. I used to put him. We used to do so much shit with him. After a while, he'd be like, I could do it. Fucking right. He would strap himself in certain ways. I put him in the Benz throughout the fucking thing, and we was doing a car chase
Yeah,
scene
it's
with
crazy.
a dude doing fucking donuts. He was strapped in. He
It's
started loving
crazy.
us, yo,
It's
for real,
crazy.
man.
Like-
This is before
Straight
CGI,
up.
folks.
No,
Real talk.
this is before hip hop videos kind of did that.
Yeah.
Like that's what kind of took me aback about it. I had to look the dates up, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is like 5 or 6 years before Hypnotize and shit. This is driving backwards. The director
was
of like,
doing
yeah,
Right,
it was-
but
Crazy shit. And he
but
was
talk-
with it. I forgot his name, and I'm pissed, man.
But talk about investing
guy.
in yourself and investing and betting on yourself.
So you want to hear?
You were really betting on yourself back then.
and it worked because I mean, you are like for what
Spent a lot of money.
yeah,
like
that's scary though.
the
right?
reputation like precedes you. But like if you start doing the digging, if you're a fan of hip hop, like a true fan of the art, the craft, the culture of hip hop,
That's all I
if
wanted
you're,
to do,
like,
man.
You're like you. It's hard to not like you. Like you contribute. Like I
Appreciate
might
it.
not agree with everything you've done and
I
said, and,
appreciate
and
it,
I
right.
haven't. But
That's life.
and that's life. But like as someone who respects and loves hip hop,
Right.
Like there's no denying your contributions to it.
And my passion.
Well, obviously,
I love it,
you know
man.
what I'm saying. You can clearly tell that.
If I never met Dave and I never went to the Source, then who knows what the trajectory of what
I have so many source questions, but I do have to tell you. I tell you this one. I don't mean to cut you, but just on this album right here, still, because I got to tell, because Van. So at this time in hip hop, right now, everyone does R&B albums, hip hop. So there's girl songs, people do girl albums,
Right.
people do all this shit.
Right.
At the time,
including your latest,
well, at the time,
very R&B.
like this is right after like Meth did the All You Need shit. Every album started to have one girl song on it. Right?
That's right.
So let me. So now I take it back to being the white kid from the suburbs,
Yeah.
right? This is making girls mixtape times. Okay, so I got this girl. I never
days.
went to school, but I got straight A's. I'm one of those dudes. I showed up for tests, all college classes.
You were smart. What the
dude.
fuck?
So, but my girlfriend was. But the only I say is because my girlfriend was a super
What's
nerd.
that? Call him, because he just called. He should be out there. You got his number? Because this is Gurky, the guy you guys got to be.
Yeah,
'cause
what's
he's
up,
gonna
man?
617-487-1767. 487.
You probably shouldn't.
It's cool. These guys are cool. They're not gonna fuck with me.
Well, no, it's on live.
1757.
The Zeno is not worried about some internet trolls.
No, man, I've dealt with 17 million of them my whole
Right,
life.
I'm saying.
So put it like this, right? So once again, back to I say like the smart shit because my girlfriend was like at the time was like a nerd in all smart K classes. She ended up going to a college called Sacred Heart in Connecticut. That's like a really
I know
good,
it's Sacred Heart.
So-
He's from Connecticut.
So
He knows where it's at.
You
too.
get it. So
You know what Sacred Heart is, right, Smoke?
Yeah, Hartford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right next to fucking the worst place in Connecticut, right there. Fuck, I can't think of the fucking name of it. But regardless,
Any part of
Bridgeport,
Okay.
right next to Bridgeport.
Bridgeport.
Fucking,
Yeah.
it's you take a left.
Hartford was fucked up.
But,
Yeah,
but you come out of
right.
Sacred Heart, you take a right, you're in Mansion. Take a left, you're in like.
I went to a project in Hartford,
East
right?
Hartford
I went to a
fucked up.
project in Hartford, right? I've never seen a project like this. It was one building here, another building way over here, and another. Like somebody dropped 4 bombs in between the buildings. Like that was wild to me. I've never seen no
Just
project.
no
like
man's
this.
land.
No
in
man's
between
land.
these
Like, it was
fucking
crazy.
So
projects.
picture like this. I graduated in '98, so '98, right? So it's the spring of '98, fall of '98. Driving down to Connecticut from fucking Boston so you're making girls mixtapes at the time. Now, because every hip hop album
Mine has
absolutely
Dames
right.
on it.
has one song of each hip hop album you can take and put on this mixtape because like everyone has one song, right? So I get to the fucking RSO one song. It's a chick song. You could be my boo, right?
Yeah.
So which is obviously not something
I
you
love that-
guys
I love that
did,
you're
right?
doing-
But peep this. This is great. So fucking I am driving down. Now I'm like hip hop. And I'm driving down with nerdy white parents that are driving to Connecticut to drop their daughter off a thing. And we're listening to the mixtape I made her for college. So it has like all the other songs, like Mary J. Blige songs.
Right.
Is not, and then like all of a sudden that song comes on.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we're like smoking blunts while we're fucking. We're like getting drunk in the street and shit. And I'm sitting with this fucking chick's mom. And I'm like,
Yo,
yo,
that
it
is
was
awkward.
the longest fucking like 5 minutes of my
of your life.
fucking life.
How
bro.
come you just did this fast forward?
Yeah,
Like,
he's in the
did it
back
like-
Because I was
You
in the
can't
back
get
seat,
to it.
bro. I was just like,
I would have been like, oh, wait a minute, can you fast forward, please, man?
Right.
Like,
no, because
Then everyone extra
my girl
listens.
at the
Yo,
time,
like,
she's
oh,
gigging
now we
to
gotta-
it. She's gigging, she's liking it. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm making the like, oh, I'm gonna miss you, like tape. You know what I'm saying?
that was
Like,
awkward as hell. I know you was like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
yo,
yo.
it was so, it was.
Let me
so
give you a
fucking-
backstory on that song.
Please.
Monica was like 16 years old and she did the hook, right?
Faith Evans did it, right?
Whoa.
Okay, my fault.
I wrote the hook. We in the studio in New York. Monica comes in. She does it. Kills it. We happy as hell. Oh, shit, because Monica's getting ready to blow up. She's super, real young.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they don't clear Monica. Dallas Austin didn't clear Monica. I said, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, damn, so it's putting a hold on it because Jay wanted to release that as the single. So I wrote that. So me and E. Divas was in a pool in Texas. It's like 130 degrees in Texas. We
Took a break from the all leather.
And we just
No,
Hop in the
he's in the
pool.
pool with the leather on.
yeah.
that's good. Fucking so now he didn't clear it. So we get Faith to do it. So Faith did it, but Faith, Monica did it. We loved. We got used to Monica so bad. We was like, damn, she
Right.
did it kind of stronger because Faith's voice is a little bit. Her tone is different. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept them both, because I was always one responsible to mixing with the engineers and everything.
Yeah.
So I if you listen to the song, it's both of them. It's Monica and Faith.
Oh, you doubled
So
up.
now Faith did the video, so you thought it was just Faith.
Yeah.
And you probably thought it might have been her doing another note, but it was Monica and Faith.
The fucking right, the right
Dallas Austin.
The right company's going back right now. We're about to get a bill for like fucking like 20 grand in royalties or some shit like that.
yeah, there's a lot of like old dirt coming up.
So even like on that album, right? So like I was watching some shit last night, but I seen like you have Cocoa Brothers. Like you've done songs with Cocoa Brothers, MOP. You just talking about fucking Pink.
if
Like,
we count his
Hey,
solo
can you
work,
believe-
he's done
bro,
songs
You've
with
done songs- you've done
everybody.
songs with like everybody.
With Pink, bro.
So, but I
Yeah,
also
that's-
found out
She's super cool too. We actually did it in the studio with her.
So Pink,
Okay.
Super
Pink
cool.
is getting a Benzino cosign
She's
right now.
smoking cigarettes, doing her shit. We smoking weed. Cool as fuck.
She does sound like she smokes.
Shout out to Pink, bro.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
like how does a Pink song even come about?
Right.
I just liked her shit. I liked her
Like
style.
her vibe,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. I was like, yeah.
I had like a
That
little
punk
man
rock
crush on Pink for a
bravado.
little
well,
bit.
back she
Yeah.
was.
I had it, yeah,
she
I
wasn't
do.
as punk rock when she first came out. She
she
really
wasn't?
wasn't.
Yeah, she was like more like
Yeah,
R&B ish.
She was really like kind of
Okay,
R&B
okay.
ish, and her voice was dope.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fucking so, and I learned last night that you did a song with Tupac that never came out.
I was in the studio.
Well, so this was a
I was in the
Freddie
studio.
Fox song.
Yes, in
For his Crazy as a Fox got shelved.
yes,
Okay.
1994.
and that's an interesting story how that all came about as well. If you don't mind going into some of that.
All right, we can go. So I was signed.
Is there anyone else you've done a song with that isn't out as well, like on a Tupac level?
Yeah, like the DMX story. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a whole thing. Like how, like okay, that was a real okay. You know what happened at the Fleet Center with the locks?
I want to get into it.
All right. Well, because the question is relatable.
Okay.
I'll go there. Let me do that one first with DMX.
Yeah,
and
please.
then we'll go with the Tupac one.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, the locks came up, and those was our guys.
Yeah. Well, you did the Tommy's theme.
We did the Tommy's thing. They came up to our studio in Canton.
Yeah. How did that go? How did that
And
happen?
we smoked more hash. I got them niggas so high than they've ever been. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had this
You're
black
the rep
hash.
for Boston, yeah.
Man, so we killed that song. Like, we did the track.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, JB. And man, like, that song was so dope. We knew that song was going to take off.
And it's classic on a classic fucking hip hop like.
And they called it Tommy's theme. Tommy was DMX, the main fucking
Buns,
character.
yeah, Buns.
So I just remembered we had a great relationship with these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're on the Rough Riders tour. DMX performs last. The Rough Riders perform last. Cash Money second, and we're first. And Connecticut 50 opened up for us. You know what I'm saying? On
Okay.
that tour. We're Made Men.
What year is
At
this?
the time. 2000.
Okay.
99, 2000, maybe 2000.
And you guys,
Made Men
you guys
drop-
are
Made Men
rolling
drop at
deep.
99.
Oh, we deep as fuck. I got my own tour bus. You know, I'm spending.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like they are. You know, we had our own tour bus. Like,
Again, were you guys financing
Yes.
this yourselves?
Yes.
That's amazing. This is still amazing to me.
Yeah, because the label we were signed to, they didn't have the money to pay for
Rap
a
A Lot.
tour bus. No, this was Made Men. RSO
Okay.
was signed to Rap A Lot.
Okay.
So we're kind of fast forward and jumping
Yep.
to Made Men after the Rap A Lot
Yep, yep.
situation. And we got signed to a label called Restless Records, and they're out in L.A. They signed, "This is how we doing." Yeah, Montel Jordan. And, you know
Amazing
what I'm
song.
saying? So they gave us a nice little deal, $500,000, but they didn't have money to give us our own tour bus and put us on, because we wasn't getting paid for these shows. It just was a promotion to help promote the Made Men album.
Yeah.
But fuck that, we need our own bus. So you know what I'm saying? We had
Yeah.
our own bus. We deep as fuck, and we traveling. I got a promotional guy. There's a Def Jam bus that goes in the city a day before everybody else just to put posters everywhere. So when the artist bus come in, you seeing that shit coming to the venues. We doing stadiums, big
Yeah.
venues, Fleet Center type shit. So every time we come in, it's Made Men shit everywhere. I mean, there's the Cash Money shit, Rough Riders, but my nigga that I paid used to kill them, and they used to, I know it was mad because we
Plastered on
all you
over
see
every
was
wall,
Made
yeah.
Men shit. Like I'm talking at every street, every light. Like Jermaine used to get busy. He was riding on the Def Jam bus, right? So something happened where a girl was asking where DMX was in Virginia or Baltimore or somewhere, and she had the key to the hotel, and she's wondering where X was. Jermaine ends up smashing the chick on the Def Jam bus. All right, I don't know what happened. All right, so he had the Def Jam bus came like, yo, that's X's girl. They started fighting, so Jermaine had to leave. Kick off the bus because of that dumb shit. So we flew him back to Boston. Now we're on our way to the Fleet Center. We skipped over Ohio because we got 2 shows in our hometown. This was the biggest thing ever for us.
Yeah.
To perform finally at the fucking Fleet Center.
Yeah.
The RSO, 3 of us had went on with Bobby Brown. He brought us on to do a song when it was the Garden. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I got to park my Bentley on the park. We'll talk about that too on the parquet floor. I want to talk about that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The dude got fired. We paid him $50,000 to do it. God
He
bless
got a
him.
new
You know what
job.
I'm saying? All right. So now, oh man, it's crazy because so now we're there. Now the whole time we're on the road, we're sneaking our guns in through the turntable boxes
Okay.
because it's an Alan Heyman thing. And they have, when you come in through the back for your sound check, you got to go through the metal detectors and get searched. So, you know, like we just trying to be careful. We ain't starting no trouble, but we want to be ready. We on tour. It worked in every city. We knew we couldn't do it in Boston. In Boston, they had the task force, the gang task force, the feds, DEA.
Because of your history.
Because of the history.
Yeah.
So we knew that, right? So I'm staying downtown at the time because it's the Fleet Center and shit. I'm staying downtown because I think, because I got a hotel. I think I'm living in New York at the time, in Jersey. I'm living in Jersey. So I'm staying downtown, and all the guys come down to my
We'll
hotel.
have some questions about that.
Yeah.
Albie story.
And all my guys are at the hotel. And so we're getting, this is the biggest moment, one of the biggest moments of our life, because it's a sold out show and this is our city.
Yeah.
It's Made Men. Like, what the fuck? Like, we finally are doing a huge show for our city. We've been doing it for everybody else. Now it's not the same because they know us, but they don't know us.
Mm-hmm.
Crowds were receptive, but this is this is gonna be ridiculous.
Everyone you know is there.
Oh my God! So we kill it. I bring Lil Ray on stage. At that time, he's 7 years old. Coy wasn't born. He's 7. He repped the stage. I mean, we kill it. So the next day, the protocol for when RSO, I have a protocol.
Mm-hmm.
After we perform, we don't stay hit around. We go to the hotel. Grab any chicks you want. Do what you got to do. Bring them to the hotel, and we stay in there.
Yeah.
That's how you avoid problems. We don't need to be sitting around, staying around, and hunting around. And we don't do that shit. There's rules. You know what I'm saying? We get back to you get your chicks. There's a little time that we give you to get your chicks, and we all roll together. Nobody breaks off, and we go back together. So the next day, now we in Boston. Now those are the rules out of town. So Boston, we're trying to do the same thing. The next day, we decide to watch DMX and the Rough Riders. We hadn't done that. So we're like, fuck that. So we go to the side of the stage. We had already performed. It's the second show. We're happy. Everything's going good. So we're sitting on the side of the stage. We're about 30, 40, 50 deep because there's friends, family. We're on the side of the stage while the Cash Money and Rough Riders. We're gonna watch them now. So Queen Pen comes upstairs. So Queen Pen was on tour with me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
We had a song together with me, her, and Monifa. What was it? Was that Made Man? Yeah. Yep. Her, Monifa was on a song. And so she was on tour and she came up crying like, yo, X is saying he want to see Ray and X is mad because saying that Jermaine raped his cousin and you know, rest in peace to X. I'm like, rape his cut? What the? Hold up. So Jermaine's with us, so we bring Jermaine. So I said, look, everybody wait. Don't come, just chill because I know how this was gonna go. I can go handle this. So I brought Jermaine and like 2 other guys with me. So I go downstairs. Now, if anybody ever goes down one of these stairs, a lot of them, they have very small hallways. Cash Money's on, so you can't hear nothing. Boom, boom, right? Like you're right. It's like they're performing right there with them big ass speakers, all right?
Yeah.
So you can't really hear shit. So we're walking through the hallway. I'm asking, anybody know where X is? Anybody know where X is? Anybody know where X is? There's doors in dressing rooms. The doors are closed. Styles P happened to come out. What's up, Ray? Styles, we hug. What's up, man? Now at this time, don't ask me why all the guys I told to stay up there, they all are in the hallway now. But I understand they're like, fuck that. We want to make sure Z's all right. So now they deep. Now we're in a hallway about the size from this wall to maybe that wall, not even that wall, to where the start of the door is. So the group of people go back because it's not wide, so it goes back. So now all of his guys come out. They deep as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they must have drove up from fucking Yonkers.
This is the whole
All his
Rough
guys.
Riders
I mean,
extended
all
family.
his guys.
Yeah.
Somebody in my side threw a water bottle. Then all hell broke loose. All right? The thing with that was people got stabbed on both sides. People got hurt on both sides. There was injuries on both sides. That's just how it happened. I ended up hooking up with them at a restaurant. We ended up squashing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it had nothing to do with them. This had to do with DMX.
I have 2 quick questions. One, with your structure, what happened to the guy that threw the bottle? You get rid of him?
The guy that threw the bottle wasn't in the group.
I'm saying, did you get him out?
No. Well, let me tell you, and I love him
you can't
dearly.
have people that
the
fuck
guy
your
that did
shit
the bottle.
up.
Well, since you asked the question, the guy that threw the bottle was my man Big T. That was on my arm right now. His son.
Okay.
His son was like 16 years old, 17 years old, but he was like, Curtis is about 6'4".
Yeah.
Because Tony was a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Big T. Rest in peace to Rock. But Curtis threw the bottle. And I didn't know that. We ended up finding it out and everything. But he's young. He made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it happened. So that's who it was. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a nephew. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It was unfortunate.
And the other thing that's interesting about this story, and like this isn't not trying to talk shit, but Jadakiss, and I think Styles might have was the one that talked this, said that you guys were so deep in Boston that the police arrested them and snuck them out, and the police told them they had to sneak out of Boston. Because you guys were.
They also said that they asked him how come that they didn't kill me.
That's what
they said. How come you guys didn't stab up Ray?
That's what I was going to get to. Yeah.
But he told me that when I met him at the restaurant. I met him, D, Wad, the guys that ran Rough Riders, and he told me that. I knew that then.
Yeah.
Before they told the story, I've been knew that. You know that. But I already knew. Police been fucking with me. This is 20, 30 years. Like that wasn't nothing new.
I thought
to
it was
me.
interesting that the police were telling them though that like, oh yeah, like, but he is serious. Like you got to get the fuck out of here. Like, and we can't really help.
Listen. The thing about it is when you have a lot after that, everybody can't be on the same page after that. And after that, you got a lot of niggas that's upset, mad, and but thank God it happened the way it happened, man. Because again, there was no beef with them.
Yeah,
there was a great relationship with them. This was a situation over a fucking chick. Over a fucking girl who got, you know what I'm saying, T, man, it was crazy. So now here goes how the DMX comes in.
Yeah.
A while later, I'm in California at a hotel with all my guys, and a guy pulls up in a black Suburban, He's like, yo, I want to talk to you. He's like, yo, X is up in, he got a crib up in the hills, and he wants to talk to you. I was like, yeah. So niggas was like, all right. Now I was strapped. We were strapped in LA. So Hawk was like, yo, he said, nah, he wants you to come by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he was like, yo, you say, we bring it to, we're gonna bring it to the crib. He don't want you to bring no guns or nothing like that, whatever. I said, nah. So I said, I gave Hawk my gun. I said, all right, come on, let's go. He said, man, bro, I know you have much love. And me and him, the fuck is his name? He's from Baltimore. He was X's man, like X's shooter. I forgot his name, man. I just be drawing so many blanks, but me and him are cool to this day. It'll come up, his name. So long story short, we driving through the hills, just, you know what I'm saying? And we end up getting to the crib. So it's a beautiful crib in Beverly Hills. And I just remember 2 little beautiful fucking pits come out, puppies. So I'm like, yeah, this is X's crib. Beautiful. Dogs are beautiful. 2 little gray motherfuckers, their eyes and everything. I hadn't seen no dog like that before. It was 2 of them. So I was sitting downstairs. His Uncle Ray, he has an uncle named Ray, is down there, pool table and everything. They play pool. So I'm playing pool with Uncle Ray. We waiting. X finally comes downstairs. I'm like, oh, she's like, what's up? We chilling. You know what I'm saying? When we drinking, smoking, play a game of pool. He's nice on the pool game. He's nice with it. He said, come on, you say you want to go downstairs? You want to see something? I said, yeah, we go downstairs. And he shows me he pulls the top off of the car with Aaliyah that's painted on the front, the Aaliyah car. He's like, yeah, it's my baby. He said, man, you want to go for a ride? I was like, yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, let's do it. We ain't said nothing about nothing. And there's not too much conversation either. So we get in the car. His guys follow us. We're going down Wilshire. He's flying. We get pulled over. I don't know if he was trying to scare me because I drive fast as fuck. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was trying to scare me, but I'm with that shit. Like, go faster, nigga. Yeah, because I know that's what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we get pulled over. Guy comes in, he sees this X, his man, the guy manager was in one of the cars, comes back straight and they let us go. We go to a bar that's like on Sunset that's famous. It got a bull up in there. It's like, it looks like it's a Western bar. I forgot the name of it. Sunset something, saloon.
Okay.
So we go in there. They know X, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, hey, X. He's there, because I think he's in LA shooting a movie. He's doing something. Okay. So we go in there. So yeah, you want to play pool? So we play pool. We playing pool and shit. He said, come on, you want to ride the bull? I'm like, oh, no, I'm glad to ride it.
He wants to get Benzino.
He's like, you want to ride the bull?
Right.
I said, nah, my nigga, I'm cool on that. I said, you ride the bull. You know what I'm saying? Come on. He said, come on, ride the bull. So then by this time, there's chicks and everything. It's pretty much all white people. Come on, ride the bull. Come on, go ahead, ride the bull. They don't even know me. They're just like, ride the bull. Like I said, ride the bull. Oh, man. So I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm like, all right. So I go ride. I get on the fucking bull. Right? So the shit throws me damn near into the fucking fence and shit. Everybody's laughing. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then he gets on the bull. They turn the speed up, and this nigga's fucking like, this nigga don't get thrown off. This nigga's riding the shit out of it. Like he could ride a real fucking rodeo. Yeah. I'm like, damn, look at this nigga. So yeah, so we still didn't talk about it. The night was over. He said, look, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. We're gonna hook up tomorrow. I said, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? They dropped me off to my hotel. They picked me up early as fuck, 7 a.m. They takes me to Hobby Town. Yeah. He got 2. I've never seen these big ass fucking remote control cars. The biggest remote control car I ever seen was like, these gas ones. And we go to this like parking lot and we're racing remote control cars for hours. Still don't say nothing about nothing. This is so right? Yeah. Nothing. So after that, we go to the studio. So we're at Westlake Studio. Westlake's a real famous studio. Michael Jackson, Dr. Dre, everybody went to Westlake. We're at Westlake Studio. We're in one of the rooms, got a bunch of rooms, and P Cutter is his producer. Cutter makes a beat. He's there. Cutter's right there. Mm-hmm. So he can co-sign the story. Cutter's there to engineer, and it's me. This nigga comes down and raps. His rap is the conversation of what he wanted to say to me. Ray Benz, we're both dogs and we don't need to be beefing. What happened? I swear to God, I'm married to my mother, right? So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And the song's like, and then the hook is like, lean on me when you're like, it's because that was the beat. The beat was the lean on me, then lean on when you're not. It was just an ill beat. And so then the story doesn't stop. So I do my verse. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of answer him and everything. Next thing you know, the nigga from Jodeci comes in. out of the blue. The KC, the skinny one. That's JoJo or KC. KC comes in. KC's lit. He's lit. He's lit. He's lit. I mean, lit. Fucked up. So he's like, yo, I love the song. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's singing to it, right? So X leaves the room and he's asking me. He's like, yo, man. He's like, man, what's your real name? Ben, I said, Raymond Scott. He's like, Scott. He said, you know Scotty Scott, North Carolina? I said, no, I don't know Scotty Scott, nigga. So he's like, yo, so he goes in the booth and gets on the hook with X and kills it. There's a fucking song out there. I don't even know what the fucking song is. With me, X, and KC called Lean On Me. And I
Talking about making up.
Yeah, making amends with you.
It was the amends because,
Yeah.
and then we left each other, and I never seen X since then.
That is such
That's
a weird
wild.
encounter.
And you've never heard the song.
And I don't even know what. And I asked Cutter.
Have you ever heard it?
Cutter don't. Yeah, I had it, and I don't know what the fuck I did with
lost
it.
it.
P. Cutter had it. Dave had it. Nobody knows where the fucking song is, man.
Damn, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's really crazy.
We never spoke on it.
Yeah.
Because dudes got stabbed up and went to the hospital. That was a bad situation.
Yeah.
And if he would have came, Swizz was there. I heard Swizz was going crazy. He didn't open the door. He was in the dressing room. You know what I'm saying? I heard he called Steve Stout going crazy. Like, it was a whole big thing. And to think that when I met him, we never discussed it.
Yeah, that's
We never had a conversation.
Yeah.
Now 2 days I was with him. And then he went in the booth, and what he wanted to say to me, he rapped it. And that shit was crazy. That was nuts, man.
That's got to be one of there must be a bunch of hip hop experiences that you've had.
Oh, bananas.
And that's got to be one of them.
First of all, I'm a fan.
A fan of hip. I'm saying at some point you have to be sitting there going even though you're a part of it, still going I'm a fan of this shit. Like the fact that I'm doing this
It's
right
crazy,
now
man.
is
It's surreal. It's still surreal. Even Coy, my daughter, everything is still surreal.
yeah. You live a
I don't-
surreal life. You've done a lot of reality TV,
I don't-
but you live a surreal
I don't
life.
try to harp on it, good or the bad. I don't try to talk about what I've done. I just try to live in the moment of now, and that's probably why I just take it as it comes.
Wait, do you live next to Nori and Ja Rule, or
I've lived next to Ja Rule. That's how me and Ja Rule got cool was. Now remember, Ja Rule, I didn't know Ja Rule. Made Men, we're at Sony. He's at the Hit Factory. All of a sudden, the infamous thing happened where him and 50,
Yep.
where that shit happened.
Yep.
He ends up, he ends up running down.
Yeah.
Mr. Jesus is outside smoking a cigarette. He ends up running down and letting him in our session. Now, first of all, remember, I got rules. Remember that.
Yeah.
When we in New York, when we at places, we don't let anybody in unless it's cleared with everybody. Just somebody, especially because you don't know what's what. 50 came in. He's probably standing over there. What up, Girk? Where Girky's at, right? I'm downstairs in the Sony had a hip hop room. And I'm downstairs playing Madden. And he's standing over there, and he says, "Yo, the track master said they know you, man." Because I knew the track masters, Steve Stout. He was like, "Yeah, man, it was talking about you." I was like, "Yeah, all right, bro. What's up, bro?" And I heard his music. I didn't know too much about him. He was like, he showed me he got stabbed, and he was bleeding on the side and shit. And he told me what happened and shit, right? So he said Tony Yayo he showed me the gun. All right. Now everybody in the Made Men was there.
Yeah.
He showed the gun. He said the gun had no bullets in it. He said Yayo dropped the gun. I guess when Black Child and them were fighting, he dropped the gun. Had no bullets in it. 50 picked the gun up. The gun had no bullets. And he said that they caught him. He got stabbed. Now, I didn't know Ja Rule Murder Inc. at all. It just so happened that as we I called 50 a car service and sent him to the hospital. All right. Now, fast forwarded the Eminem beef. At this time, he signs 50, and Ja's fighting with 50. I seen 50 one more time in Puerto Rico at the DJ convention where we caught Eminem's DJ, me and my Puerto Rican guys, and pushed up on him, Green Lantern.
yeah.
Okay.
I want to know if Green Lantern's going to tell that story. We caught his ass outside because it was the DJ thing. Eminem was there performing, but we couldn't get to Eminem, but we got his ass. So
how'd he get away?
I seen 50.
Yeah.
He didn't. He copped the pleas, and I think dudes took his chain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
melted it down, made a microphone.
Back then we wasn't melting no more.
I'm just fucking.
Hey, no, but Kirk, I told him how we used to take our jewelry that everybody snatched and take it to David and Lillian down and get it melted into things. Yeah.
This is
I don't want to stop the story. How do we want to how do we want to bring him on? I have one chair I can bring over here. Do you want to come on and
you got
talk?
to, man. That's
are you going to talk?
Yeah, he needs to.
I can get you the mic and get him that mic and want to
come on, Kirk.
to right there. We'll get another chair for him, move him there.
Gurky was gold, and he was doing shows, and he was the first one to bring Eric B. and Rakim here.
Oh wow!
What year was that? 87?
The God,
like 87. Yeah,
he brought the God.
So you got to finish the. Yeah.
So where was I at? Where was I at?
You were talking about Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. So
I'm gonna get him a chair as I get up.
So Green Lantern's getting beaten down in his chain.
Not beaten out. He's getting rough. We roughing him up. And
Okay.
we shout out to my guy West out there in Puerto Rico. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, because we caught him slipping. He had just put out the tape, the fucking diss tape about, you know, the Green Lantern mixtape. Or the diss tape was. Sit down, girl. You know what I'm saying? So now. I seen 50 with Jam Master Jay.
Yeah.
He hugged me. We took a picture, me, Jay, and him 50. And that was, but he had just got with M. Mm-hmm. I still don't know Ja Rule at this time. How me and Ja got close was I ended up moving to Saddle River. Damn near next to Ja, right next to Ja Rule. Coy and his daughter ended up going to school together.
Huh.
Taj, my son, Coy's brother, was with little Ja Rule and them. They used to spend the night over the house. They used to go on trips. Ja's wife,
surreal life.
Ja's wife and Asia's, and Coy's mother, who was with me at the time, was best friends. Was really friends. You know what I'm saying? So I got cool with Ja, and it's crazy because the Eminem beef just started. He just started with 50, although him and 50 have history of from where they come from, but their beef, our beef with Eminem, now them two are together. It made it look like me and Ja got together.
Yeah.
But it was just fate.
Uh-huh.
It just happened like that. So I ended up going on tour with Ja Rule, opening for him around the world. I had Rock the Party, and he took me on tour with him. And you know what I'm saying? I was fucking with Murder Inc. heavy, and it just was crazy because you would thought that me and Ja got together and 50 and M got together, and but it just happened by fate. It just happened because I didn't know Ja when they stabbed up 50.
I mean, these are wild. Like the way that you're connected to
and there's so much more.
Right,
it's
and
crazy.
we haven't even. Yeah, we're not.
It's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I was, God blessed me to be in these positions, I guess, you know what I'm saying, to have the stories. But one day I'm going to write a book and tell my story.
Right.
Tell my story.
Well, you did a song with Puffy.
They were supposed
any Puffy parties?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I've been to one Puffy party, but it wasn't at his crib. It was in the city. And I was there with, I can't even say her name, but she was a well-known rapper and a well-known reality star. Was about to get into it, because I was trying to holler at both of them, whatever. I think I was there with one of them. But Diddy came by, gave me a spliff of weed, and never said nothing to me. He did a song with me called "Who's Benzino" that's dope as fuck. I mean, listen, I don't, I'm not into people's lives. I'm into music.
Yeah. You can separate the artist from.
I can separate it. I can separate it. You know what I'm saying?
We could get back into that. You were mentioning I read something about Blood on My Adidas, a documentary you were working on.
Yeah, shout out. No. There's Chris, Head Conway, Darius, the Interville Gang. Shout out to them, man. I'm proud of them. They came out with a documentary, and I think that it's getting ready to drop.
Is it Blood on My Shoes? Right?
Blood on my. I thought it was Blood on My Adidas. Is Blood on My Shoes?
Yeah, I think it's Blood on My
So it's basically showing the gang culture and the prominence of Adidas and how Adidas tied into the gang culture in Boston. And they interviewed me, man.
That's a great name for it.
Yeah, it's hot.
Blood on My Adidas is super hot.
I've had a lot of blood on all my Adidas. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Okay.
Different lives.
Yep.
Different lives.
Yep.
Different lives. Blood on his Adidas. Harvard fucking law school.
Man.
Okay. How do these worlds come about
Right.
to create? That's another thing that people have to give you credit for, as well as the creation of the source. I mean, bringing it to where it is.
You know what? I don't want to be credited for. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Okay.
How does? But how do you?
Yeah, the popular.
I don't want to be credited for the creation because I'm gonna give that to Dave.
But how do you and Dave even cross paths?
At WERS.
Yeah, he was telling me off camera.
We're at the Live Music Week.
Yep.
You know about that.
Yep.
where all the different artists, not just rap, rock, everything.
I did it too. I did live music week.
Yeah, he had a group. We brought him on.
What the fuck? What did you know?
There's my shit on the wall, man.
Bro, that's how I met Dave Mays.
Okay.
Dave Mays.
That's how I met him.
That's crazy.
Oh, WERS is connecting all of us
fuck,
in
bro.
an interesting way.
I was on the
That's
radio
so
like 20
Boston.
years ago with him. Like I was the first dude from the suburbs to go out into the city and show that like white kids from the burbs could do shit out in the
That is dope,
I had
bro.
a group called
Yeah.
AWOL and shit. I did.
Yeah. I mean, do y'all remember there was a guy named Magnus, Lekos Lemma,
Yep.
Lekos
Yeah,
Lemma
yeah,
Magnus. Another, there was only a few colleges that was playing
Yep.
rap. That's all. That's the only way
That's
you'd
how
be
I
able to hear it.
Yeah, that's how I had to get right
But
to him.
ERS was the mothership. They was the
Yeah.
biggest station. So we gotta credit. Boston has to give ERS his flowers because without ERS, Boston would have really been in trouble.
That's what we're doing here right now. We're trying to elevate, one of the last guys of it. You know, what I mean?
Right.
Because
But-
I think it's a Boston institution, just like
Yes,
RSO is. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
If you're about the culture
100%.
and about that's. If you wanted to be heard back then, you had to talk to Chris Ferrone to be in the paper, and you had to be on WERS. Otherwise, you were not getting.
People don't know Wendy Williams graduated from ERS in Emerson, and
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You're telling
Yeah.
me things about
that's
you.
when Wendy was in it sniffing coke days.
Oh, repping
College,
for,
you know what I'm saying?
repping for
Yeah.
Emerson.
So how do you meet Dave? And like, how do you get in? How does like a Harvard guy and a street guy get
right.
meet? How does that
Blood on your Adidas.
Dave's from Washington D.C. So his family Jewish, but he grew up around black people, and because D.C. is one big fucking hood. You know what I'm saying? And it's a chocolate city. You know what I'm saying? So Dave grew up around black people.
Unlike Eminem.
It was go-go. Unlike
Dave.
Eminem.
That was
Unlike
Dave,
Eminem.
right?
That's a good point. And you know what? We're gonna go back and touch on the significance of. I'm glad you said that.
Well, I remember it.
Because there's a significance about that.
Yeah.
All right. And the significance is not to down anybody that hasn't or has. It's just we could bring to light once we start talking
but
about
just the
that.
source.
So we're gonna get back.
I'm
All
sitting
right.
here with the guy from the source. I'm a fucking hip hop.
Yeah,
expert,
we do need
1989.
that.
Like I gotta ask you some fucking
1980,
questions. You know what I mean?
1980.
Right, definitely.
This was in '87 when I met Dave, and he came up, and it was funny because he had like an Africa.
Did he?
Oh,
Medallion
okay.
on?
Young,
Oh,
young
that's
black
too
teenager
funny.
shit. There you go. All right.
Yo.
Go-go
He had a
Dave.
fucking.
For what it's worth, I would
he
have
had-
been one of those people.
He had
too.
an
I would've
Africa
been doing
thing
it.
on. No, but I was like,
Yeah, I would've
okay,
been one of those
it was
people.
dope. I was
Right.
like, yo, this is dope. Like again.
Not cultural appropriation.
No, you just looked at it because hip hop broke that down.
Yeah.
I swear to God, hip hop broke down any type of fucking. You do not think color. If it was, and you know this.
Yeah.
If you fuck with hip hop, ain't nobody thinking about color.
Right.
If you suck, whether you suck, whatever color you are,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But if you're dope, or if you have a passion, whatever, graffiti, breakdancing, rapping, DJing, you know what I'm saying, or even if you was just fly with it with some gazelles, then motherfuckers they was fucking with you.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
'Cause we're all part of the culture.
So Dave, I hadn't met nobody that went to Harvard. So right then, shit, I came before corners, Harvard Street.
Yeah.
So I was from
Okay.
Harvard Street. He's from Harvard. Like it's different Harvard. You know what I'm saying? And I always knew that Cambridge.
foreshadowing was there.
Every time I went to Cambridge, it just was always
Well,
like.
the universe in sync.
As soon as I drive over that bridge, it just always was like. It just felt better, man. Like the air was different. Cambridge, the air was always different for me. I used to just go over there and just be like, man, this is fucking. I would love to live here one day. Like
That's why I live
it
there
just
now.
Live now, yeah.
It was fucking just calm and just cool, and the people were cool. And even if white people didn't like you, they didn't show it in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Even if they wasn't fucking with you, they didn't show it.
But
Everybody was kind of cool.
But I heard back
For
in the
real.
day that Cambridge was really rough.
No.
No? Okay.
Well, not
not back in- what?
not
Hell
compared
no.
to not compared to like where he
No.
like, compared to
Okay.
what it is now.
Cambridge is never rough.
All right. Okay.
I don't know now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But back then,
No, back then.
Cambridge was
Now
like,
it is not
Cambridge
at
was like
all. Are you kidding me?
Shangri-La, like Utopia. Like you go to Cambridge, you could go to Cambridge and have a big thing of money with a picnic, and no one's gonna fuck with your money. You come
Okay.
back, and your money's gonna be there.
You're setting
You
the
know what
record
I'm saying?
straight right. You're setting the record straight right
You know what
now.
I'm saying?
Because remember
You know what I'm
we
saying?
had Millie's crew in here.
Shout out to Millie.
And they were
Let me tell
talking
you
about
something.
Cambridge back
Let
in
me
the
tell
day.
you something. I love Millie's. Shout out to Millie's. I think he's fucking dope. I support Millie's.
You just stole one of our questions.
I love Millie's.
No, it's all good.
Since you brought him up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But
forgot-
Cambridge, don't make a mistake. If you lost something in Cambridge, they're gonna get it back to you. back in the day. You know what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
introduce. We didn't introduce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gerke. My name's Gerke. Greg Smith.
And we got to introduce you because you apparently you introduced Rakim and Eric B to Boston. So it's only right that we introduce you
One
to
of the first big
Dookie
hip hop
Chain.
promoters And also Bobby Brown's good friend and bodyguard.
Okay.
Toured with him
Bobby
forever.
Brown for
Yeah, forever.
almost 12 years.
He was in the movie
We
and
gotta have
security.
We're gonna have you come in for a full episode
got
again,
you.
man. We'll
yeah.
we'll
Yeah, and being his bodyguard,
I'm not
because he was a
prepared for
wild
you right
one.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
I already have a million questions for you.
Not
and I'm
only
not prepared.
bodyguard, we was best friends.
Okay.
All three of us,
Yeah, like
all
we
three
was-
of us rolled different
We
times.
got stories.
I had
for
Bobby Brown
days.
questions for you too. As
Oh,
well.
he got stories for you.
Oh,
Just
but he got
understand. Did
stuff.
y'all see the Bobby specials?
Yeah,
Before
you have to come
interview him,
back.
You got to watch the special then.
Yeah.
Because he's in
I like
the
to-
special as his body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to do my due diligence.
All right,
and
you gotta
get
watch
into
them.
'cause,
Right.
Well, because I want to ask with you now. Like at the time you're doing the source, right? So you meet Dave. You end up getting 50% of it eventually.
No. We take you how I met him. So I met him, and then I started going to Harvard, and we in his dorms. John Schechter was his partner at the time.
Okay.
John was a guy. He had a white group called Big Man on Campus, BMOC, and they was roommates. So I'd go over there and it'd be cool. And John had some good ass weed, like back then. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. White guys had good weed back then all the time. White guys was not smoking bullshit.
Like I still have good
For
with
some, this is true. This is true. So me and Dave got a relationship. I come over there and fuck with him and shit. And it was just a good.
It was the weed. The
It
weed
was just
made you guys connect.
It might have. It might have had something to do
But
with
in the-
it.
in
But
the-
hip hop had.
I was gonna say Dave have a huge passion for hip hop. Obviously,
Loved it.
If he wanted to put
He loved
his neck on the line to
and
create
he grew up on go-go music, like
DC.
DC was go-go.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the fuck Dave loved the hip
Remember we
hop.
used to call him Go-Go Dave.
That was his name.
Go Dave.
It was his name.
But
for
when
years.
you first met him at WERS,
He was Go-Go
you,
Dave,
you
87.
were just like, I'm a rapper.
He was like,
He's
yo, man, I want to, he had this look on his face like he was serious. He was like, yeah, I'm Dave Mays, man. And back then, Lord knows what the fuck I would have said to you or what I would have, because I was just a wild boy. I was just was, they were saying, like I would have just grabbed this fucking piece, be like, yo, look at this. Look at this shit right here. Like, I was an asshole like that. So,
Yeah.
but I was like, yeah, I said, you want to interview us? I was like, yeah, fuck, come on, interview us. He was like, all right, cool. And we didn't get interviewed because people didn't even want to fuck with us. They were too scared to fuck with us. So Dave came in, man, he got the interview. And then, I don't know, we just kept in touch. And I just remember he said he wants to come to his radio show in Harvard. We went up there, then Dave, he wanted Jeff to be his DJ, which was our DJ.
Yep.
And Jeff started DJing. And then when Dave would go home, I would sit in for him. And it was dope. I would be like the host of a radio show.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of dope, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time we used to have fun. We had took all the fucking, what do you those things, the fire extinguishers, and we fucked up the radio station. and shit.
Yes. Gee, this sounds like a great guest.
Like I told you, we try to steal the rec albums, but we couldn't. They had an extra lock on it.
So
And
are you saying Dave Mays helped break into fucking WRS?
Yeah.
we robbed their
Well,
Weed
he tried to break
Connect.
into Harvard
We
first.
robbed their Weed Connect in Harvard in the dorms.
But I'm saying,
Really?
was Dave with you
with
when
a
you
fake
stole the
gun
records
too.
from ERS?
It was a pop gun, huh?
Was Dave with you when you stole the records from ERS?
No.
But you
Because that'd have been fun.
But you tried to work with Dave to steal the records from Harvard.
We asked him. He was like, I can't do that and shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? But we still was looking. Like, we still try to figure out a way ourselves.
And I
Also,
don't
the records are missing. You're like, I don't
and
know.
I don't want to skip over. You robbed the Connect with
we
a
robbed
fake gun.
John Schecter's Connect, right? I used to be like, oh man, this weed is good. I said, I want to get an ounce of it. So I bought an ounce from him the next day and shit. I went by the dorm. He was like a surfer white guy. You know what I'm saying? Real, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the blonde hair put together. Like, it was like perfect. Like, and then I just remembered, I was like, nigga, give me all that weed. And he jumped under, he had bunk bed, jumped under the weed. It was like a pound. It was like about a half a pound. And maybe close to a pound of some sesame and shit. Dave and John was mad for a little bit, but they understood after a while and shit.
They understood. They understood.
Only because, number one, we didn't hurt nobody, number one. And number
you brought a fake
he
gun.
wasn't supposed to be selling on campus anyway. So he couldn't say
Right. So
nothing.
you were helping out. You're like campus
Public
police.
safety. Public
Right.
safety.
No, but he couldn't say he got robbed of weed, so he knew it was going to be an easy stick. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go to Harvard and say, yo, I just got robbed of weed. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, were you just robbing people all the time back then?
We like, in Boston, you had car thieves, you had house invasions.
Like a yes or no answer.
You had car thieves, you had house invaders, you had drug dealers, you had robbing people. So back then, you did a little bit of everything. Like, I hung with a little bit of all of them.
A renaissance man.
I wasn't,
Right.
but I'm gonna be
Of
honest,
sorts,
that
yes.
wasn't my thing.
Okay.
Is robbing people. You know, there was guys who that was their thing. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying? So, but I would go on a few, listen, if I didn't have no money, then all right, I'm gonna come with y'all. I sucked at stealing cars. I got my tooth kicked out by state police and everything, like in a fucking Datsun B210. I sucked at that. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you you did a little bit of everything. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you said they
Get
could
money.
kill at will if you stole a car in
But
Boston.
I told them this back
No.
then. They was shooting.
Shooting.
If
A
they
lot
was
of
chasing
people
them,
we know
it
got
was
murdered.
it was legal to shoot at them, and most of the times they killed them.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Elijah
Elijah
Pate, Julian got killed. Elijah Murray and them. I mean, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
So what was your thing?
My thing was really selling drugs.
Okay.
My thing was really selling drugs in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I sold a lot of drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Shower Posse, they had these abandoned cribs, and and then it'd be like 5 of us doing shifts, and they organized it where we'd go up there. It was little manila envelopes, a trash bag full of manila envelopes. It was nothing in the house. We have an electric heater and a cassette deck, and that's how I really got up on Barrington Levy. You know what I'm saying? Yellow Man, Sister Nancy. I sat there doing 6-7 hour shifts, cold as hell sometimes in the winter, because that little heater wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And listening to all that shit, and then got my first cocoa bread and beef patty. Like, got turned on to Jamaica culture a lot because I really was under these guys. My father was locked up. I never told my father, because he probably would have been upset. So I kept that away from him, that I was making money with these guys. But they really took on to me, Darryl Rogers, you know what I'm saying? And then started hustling heroin with YBI, with Pep and them when they came to Boston, these Detroit guys, selling a lot of heroin, you know what I'm saying? And coke, you know, I remember my dad introduced me to Louis Camacho, God rest the dead, which we don't know. We think he faked his own death. I think he did, but Louis Camacho was tied to Pablo Escobar. He was a Colombian over there in Chelsea. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and these are all older men. Another Jewish guy, Louis, his name was Louis. He had an antique shop in Brookline, and on the top of it was this dope-ass penthouse, and I used to get fucking bales of weed from this guy. He was the first guy to have that chocolate tie. Like, they come in
I know what you're talking
slabs,
about. Yeah.
and he was the first one. So I was working with Jewish. I mean, like my father from the feds, everybody loved my dad.
Is it safe to say that the Source magazine at one point in time was funded a lot by drug money?
No, because, and that's a good question. No, and that's what made me not get. I almost got indicted by that. I almost went to jail all my life because of that. Because because the feds, the feds investigated us for 3 years because they thought that it was money laundering, extortion, 2 bodies in Boston. It was a bunch of shit. And they asked me to cop out to 25 years or else they was going to give me life because I was a kingpin and I was funneling money. But what happened was at around 2000, we started clearing almost $2-3 million a month
Oh.
in advertisement. And,
shit.
and the feds didn't know, like, they didn't know. They seeing niggas and in the type of
Blinged
money I
out,
was
yeah.
spending. Because remember, in the feds, there's criminal, then there's the taxes and IRS.
Yeah.
They're 2 separate offices, but they work
join
together.
forces for
right?
you.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they look at
Wow.
they're looking at the numbers and they're like, yo, he has to be.
Bringing
His
people
whole life
together.
he sold drugs. He has to be. And they ended up wiring up the accountant at the Source. He wore a wire, George Moore. We was giving him $150,000 to be our accountant. Dave hired him. I really didn't know him, but this motherfucker's hired. He's a grown ass man, and they fucking had him wear a wire on me. So they wanted to get rid of me. The criminal investigation broke down, and they indicted me for fucking taxes. I had to go to the brand new
Like a
Fed
straight
building.
mafia boss getting
But
indicted for taxes.
They said, look, we'll give you 3 years if you just cop out. Now, Corey was just born around that time, and I was like, man, fuck it. I'm finally going to go. Everybody got time. I'm going to go do mine. I had already accepted it. But I said, you know what? If I fight it, I can at least get another year out here, like with my daughter, and you know what I'm saying? So I fought it. Jewish lawyer down in Miami, old guy, Leonard Sands, came up, and George came and testified against me. I couldn't believe this shit. I've never done nothing to. The only thing we ever talked about was Jets and Patriots. He was from New Jersey. He's in the office in New York.
so they had something on him? Or
No, they approached this motherfucker at Dunkin'
just said
Donuts,
yes?
and he said yes, that he would wear a wire.
Okay.
After you were
So
paying
he-
him $150,000.
so he's an asshole.
And a car allowance.
Yeah.
How much were they paying him?
No, I don't know. He didn't get no money.
The fuck?
He's like, I'll just do it on
why
the
would
strength.
why would he want to get fired for that?
Bro, the weirdest shit
Yeah, it's crazy.
you could ever even imagine. I still don't even understand.
It seems like, did he have a personal vendetta with you?
I don't see how, unless
Because you're a
listen,
Patriots fan?
Listen,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's all we ever talked about.
But I'm saying, like,
That's all we ever
at the
talked about.
time, right? Because he's wearing the Patriots hat.
He used
Like,
to chase-
the Jets and the Patriots. Fucking like
He used to chase
hated
me.
each other.
That's a good. I'd never thought of that. He used to chase me down the hallways and be like, "Ray, we need to do your taxes." And I'd be like, "Motherfucker, that's what you here for? I don't know a W-9 from a W-3, nigga." Like, and it got to the point where I'm asking, "Yo, Dave, talk to your man, cause something ain't right." Now, mind you, he's wearing this fucking name tag, right? Nobody else in the source, all of it. He pops up. So I'm like, now he was the only one wearing a fucking. Everybody else is hip hopped out. He is wearing business clothes.
Yeah.
Button-up shirt, but it's cool. He's half Jewish, half Italian, and he comes from Jersey, and Dave hired him. His office is next to Dave.
And his job is to keep you out of jail.
No. his
While
job
putting
is
you
to-
in jail.
His job is to fucking be the
balance the
accountant.
books, yeah.
and
Balance
do my
the books
fucking
correctly.
Right. So, now mind you, I had never had
Do
nothing to do
my
with
fucking
I never had
taxes.
nothing to do with the books. Dave had the books. He was administrative. I was creative. I was in the streets. I was out there. I was outside. All he had to do was my taxes. It ended up that he was trying to. If he would have told me, "Ray, we have to do taxes," and I said, "I don't want to do them. I don't want." If I would have said that, my ass would have went to jail. Because I was smarter than that, I don't talk around nobody on no sucker shit. So I used to be. It got to the point where I was like, "Dave, talk to your man before I do something to him, before I punch him." Because they got to the point where I started thinking something. I never put two and two together.
What made you think that
The
he
name
was-
tag.
Because the man, every time I ended up
The name tag?
I never
That was
had
it?
I never had an office. Every time I go up there, he's asking me the same thing about these fucking
But
taxes.
what was the Kaiser Soze moment when like you realized it was the fucking name tag?
I didn't.
But now you
when
do.
I was in jail, when I was in,
Yeah,
in
when he
court,
was locked.
when I got,
they came out with
when I got indicted,
Yeah, oh,
they
so
said that.
they told you.
They said that, and then it because I'm looking at it. It caught my attention because nobody else up in the fucking.
Right.
We got 50 people up there, staff. Nobody
a
else.
weird
is
thing. Name tag?
What
So
I thought
weird.
was. Maybe this is some New York accountant thing, and all accountants, because nobody
Right.
else is an
Poindexter
accountant,
here.
and maybe it's an accountant thing that because it had a number on it, it had his picture on it, and then the thing that was clipped was a big silver thing, and that was the fucking microphone.
So what
believe that
so
shit.
what does he have to do after
It's like
fingering?
it's like 1998.
Let me tell you something. He
microphone.
came
So it's a
in.
big, huge
He
joint
came.
like this.
He came to the federal building and was. He couldn't even look at me, and his face was
course.
flushed. He was nervous. It was an all-white jury because when I'm picking my jury in Boston, anybody know Benzino, RSO, Source Magazine thing? Raise your hand. It was every black and Latino person in there. I had an Indian guy that was a fucking alternate. I was like, I'm cooked. See what I'm saying? So, with the grace of God, let me get to this. My lawyer's reading his closing arguments and he passes out. Now, I didn't want my mother, nobody
Hold on, time out.
Yeah.
The lawyer you paid for.
passes out in the middle of the court.
How? Is he on drugs?
I don't know what the fuck happened. Look, he's an old guy, right?
I thought you were saying the snitch dude did.
No, no,
okay,
no,
you're
no,
a lawyer.
Like my client is not.
and look at and
He's a
drop
new
to the
lawyer.
floor.
Really?
Right. So the gurney comes in. They rush him to the back. The judge goes in the back. I'm sitting there like this.
Now you're like, I'm cooked.
It's just me. They bring him back out of the judge's office with
Like Paul Pierce?
Look,
like a wheelchair?
Look, with an oxygen mask, and he waves to me. So I
like,
still don't know what's
"Oh,
going
my
on. So
refund."
they postponed it to the next day. Come to find out, his heart defibrillator was fucking up. He went to Boston City. They fixed it, and he came and did the closing arguments the next day.
Wow.
I get to the fucking court.
The
he's
movie
sitting there smiling
continues.
at me. He does 3 hours later. They found me not guilty. All white jury.
See, we love you, man.
Congratulations.
white people, we love Benzino.
White. They found me not. Listen, Al Capone didn't beat a fucking tax
Right.
case, bro, with the feds,
Yeah.
bro. I almost passed out.
It's because you didn't do nothing.
I didn't do shit.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
Right.
So they can't get you for tax evasion if you're not
He
evading
didn't,
taxes.
he didn't say nothing.
Because they figured out the same thing. Why did you wear a wire on him? And why didn't you do his taxes?
Should just not did his taxes.
I didn't even have to take the stand. Like this was so good. Like he cross-examined him so good.
Just pulled a gun out and shot himself right.
They asked him, why did you wear the wire? He paused. He couldn't stand. He says he thought it would be like an adventure. Or thought it would be adventurous.
What?
That's what he said. On my mother.
It's gonna
Wait,
fuck up your life.
So does he have to go into witness protect? What happens to somebody after this?
After that, I was so happy of being and at this time we was about to lose the source. Things just started crumbling. They started, you know what I'm saying? So I just was happy I didn't have to go to jail. I didn't give a fuck after that. I can go get it.
Well, speaking of losing the source, I want to talk like more about positive things to the source for a minute, if it's cool. Because
can we take a 5-minute break?
Absolutely.
And smoke real quick.
Yeah.
And then we can finish it up.
Yeah, pause it.
Oh my.